All right, we're streaming. See you, Crocus.
Good night.
All right, I'm gonna hit the record button. See what happens. Fuck all of you. Besides Will,
we
because he
good?
hasn't been paying attention. Yeah.
You just gotta plug it in.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what I did.
No, you didn't do anything.
No, seriously, I forget what I'm supposed to have on this screen. Well, I'll remember when we get there. All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do the recap. I swear to God, this time it is shorter. It's 2 pages. It's usually 3. So, honestly. And then, did I share it on?
Yes. I was just going to ask you.
Yes, I did. I put it on Discord and Roll20. Okay. So last session was number 45. Oh, I also shared that timeline document that I've been keeping up to date. If anybody cares.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really handy.
Okay.
I saw that.
All right. So I titled this one, "What an Incredible Smell You've Discovered," and a birthday celebration. The group stood half buried in the muck of the swamp, staring at a strange-looking scarecrow. Visibility was hardly 20 feet in front of them here, and the muddy water deepened. Only Thoradin, in the form of a colossal gorilla, seemed to get around well. Unfortunately, no one could understand his grunting except for Juniper, who could speak with animals and communicate effectively with him. Like real life. The further they pushed into the swamp, the stench and flies grew worse. They approached the scarecrow, and Spargle suggested that Gorilla Thoradin throw a large rock at it. He obliged and hit it squarely with a pretty large boulder, which exploded through its chest. However, instead of being stuffed with straw, a cloud of black feathers erupted. Immediately, in several directions, the party heard guttural, jagged, inhuman snarls coming from the fog. One by one, animated scarecrows scurried towards the party. Alaric, as usual, jumped out in front of the group, screaming in rage. However, this time, long serpentine tendrils of blood lashed out from him and squeezed the life force out of the scarecrow, sending sticks and feathers into the air. The half-orc seemed to grow stronger from this.
Dan, can you refer to me as Thorilla? Because I'm a Thoradin gorilla.
Really
Thorilla.
good. I
Please.
should have thought of that. Damn it. Yes, I will. Spargle's fiery, chromatic orbs were quite effective against the constructs, but Ragnar's bolts missed completely. Thorilla easily pounded another scarecrow into a pile of feathers. Deckard, guiding a riding horse, sped towards the group, arriving just in time. Rearing his horse, he launched flaming projectiles as Juniper shielded Spargle with her druidic protection magic. Alaric ripped another one apart with his blood spear. In response, the scarecrows emanated a terrible aura of fear that froze Spargle in his tracks. They tore at the group with their claws as several more of them emerged from the fog. Ragnar lit a torch to push the scarecrows back, and that seemed to work really well. Behind him, Thorilla returned to his usual, somewhat less gorillish form. And I will refer to you as Thoradin. Noting that fire seemed to be effective, Juniper summoned a campfire to cut a few more of them off. Ragnar grabbed a scarecrow and tossed him into the fire, as Thoradin charged up Talon with a massive divine smite and obliterated another. Finally, Alaric shredded through the last of them with his blood spear. They were a little banged up and exhausted from slogging through the swamp, and now it was quiet again. They noted that the moon was high above them. Another day had passed. They had been in Barovia now for 15 days. Juniper seemed to have a sudden realization as she peered at Thoradin. Through her divination or innate sense, she realized that today was his birthday. Despite being buried in the muck and drained, everyone took a moment to recognize the special occasion before proceeding. Even though they were in the middle of a strange place, everyone in the group had a gift for the now slightly older dwarf. Juniper gave Thoradin her lucky rock. It might not look like much, but she has carried it with her for a very long time, and it seemed quite special to her. Spargle gave Thoradin some of his rare and valued combustor oil. Deckard gave Thoradin a homemade face mask made of red cloth for outstanding protection against disease. Ragnar, a craftsman in his own right, had been carving a beautiful mug with the insignia of his clan battlehammer engraved on one side, and a picture of Thoradin's war ram on the other. Ragnar's maker's mark, an image of his sword Shatterspike with an embossed R, was etched on the bottom. Juniper had also enchanted it to make it unbreakable in a more than likely bar fight. Ragnar mentioned the mug would identify Thoradin as a friend of Clan Battlehammer as well. Alaric gave Thoradin a nice back rub, a manly one though, from one friend to another. It was late, and they were tired from the fight with the scarecrow, so they decided to rest on a small patch of dry ground. But as soon as they stopped moving, the flies started to swarm. Juniper received several nasty bites as the others swatted at the flies. Thoradin called down a thunderous smite to disperse the annoying insects in a quick but loud blast. Deckard shared what he learned from the keepers that Babalasaga, the old witch who lived in this swamp, had one of the Wizard of Wine's gems in her possession. So, as a group, they decided to push further into the boggy marsh. As they moved through old ruined buildings, Ragnar studied them carefully. He could tell this village was centuries old and had been buried in mud for at least half of that time. But he thought it was very odd that this swamp was here at all. It didn't make sense, and he had a feeling something sinister was at play. Thoradin thought the gem might have something to do with it. Juniper suggested they shift their strategy towards one of self-preservation. But they decided to do a little reconnaissance first. Deckard offered to do the scouting, and Juniper conjured a veil of shadows around him, which allowed him to move exceptionally silent. He hopped off his horse, Snickers, and led everyone except the noisy dwarves further into the swamp. A few hundred feet away, they discovered a strange, crude fence built out of about 50 large sticks in a circle formation about 150 feet wide. Oddly, the enclosure did not have a gate, and atop each of the posts was a human skull. Penned up inside were several sad-looking goats. Deckard decided to go back and get the others. Juniper went ahead of Deckard, wiggling her fingers as she molded the muddy swamp into something more concrete for him to walk on. All of them were able to get back to the goat pen quickly. Ragnar was uncomfortable about the skulls, so Spargle tried to detect magic on the area, hoping to glean if the goats were under any sort of spell as well. They appeared to be entirely ordinary, maybe not well fed. The skulls, however, emanated powerful magic. Juniper conversed with one of the goats. It gruffly explained that they were taken from the mountains and put in this pen. Every month or so, the mean woman would take some of them. Sometime shortly after that, new goats would show up. When asked if it wanted to be rescued, he begged to go home. Spargle suddenly really wanted to blow up one of the skulls. Ragnar and Alaric agreed. The gnome took a step back and launched a firebolt, which hit one of them squarely. It instantly exploded into hot ash and smoke as the other 49 skulls started screaming in unison, each with a different voice, male, female, young, old, which had the most disturbing effect and was very loud. Moments later, Ragnar peered into the fog behind them for signs of approaching trouble and saw a crazed, ancient-looking woman flying in the air in what looked to be a large dragon skull. "You have the stench of the birds on you. Leave my goats alone." Juniper replied, "Are these your goats, or did you maybe find them and put them here?" The old hag spun around and screeched, "You, a forest gnome from the hills of Mount Balanock. I thought the Mad Mage killed you all. Well, I guess I'll finish the job." Thoradin rebuked, "What are you going to finish her with, your saggy tits and disgusting hair?" At that, her already angry face twisted into an utter rage as she descended upon the party in her flying dragon skull. And we
Rather
roll
sensitive.
for initiative.
I'm gonna get canceled. What's gonna happen? It's gonna happen.
So we're rolling. Why did I think we're rolling now, right?
Yep. And
Oh, are we doing that in D&D Beyond?
well, if you don't mind, that's been working out good. Well,
Shouldn't have grabbed my phone.
I can hear. I'm just grabbing a beer.
okay. All right. So we got a 10 for Thoradin.
So it took me till the end of our last session to realize I could just like click on initiative and it would roll for me.
Yeah, and remember, it even did. Somebody got a crit, and it even knew to modify. Or Matt got a crit, and even knew to add the extra die to the attack roll. It's pretty sweet.
So I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 9 as well.
Okay. Juniper 7. Ragnar 9. And that's with your modifiers and stuff, right?
Yep.
Deckard 9. Adam, what'd you get?
20.
20. Spargle?
15.
15. Okay.
Does anyone else hate when they crit on something that doesn't matter you crit on? Like an initiative roll?
Yeah, that does kind of suck.
Feels like
You
that.
feel, you feel like you
20
burned
for
a
the night.
20, right?
Yeah. You feel like you wasted it?
Uh-huh.
That night's 20 is gone.
Wasted the good surprise on you. All right, so this will be Alaric first. And Sparkle.
Oh, good. Goat people. That's always good.
Sparkle.
Please don't hurt.
You got
Don't
something
cry.
against goat
Garbod.
people?
What, babe?
You got something against goat people?
I'm just saying it usually doesn't end up well for the people fighting them. That's all I'm saying. Jeez.
Deckard and Ragnar, who has the higher? Deckard has higher dexterity, right?
I think I have 20 dex.
Probably. I have 15.
Yeah, I have 20 dex.
Okay.
Although Ragnar, I'm okay if you want to go first before me. I like when, or how do you determine that, Dan?
I think you. Well, you guys can always. You can always kind of like wait your initiative turn.
Adam, did you change your Twitch handle or is it the same?
I changed it. It's Alaric_vintage.
Okay.
There we go.
You're inspiring me to want to change all my names from statement, Adam.
Yeah, it was just due for a change.
Because I never use statement anymore.
All right. So, everybody roll for initiative. We're good there. So up to the northeast, you're going to have to scroll over, Adam, a little bit to the east. This is a real wide map
Yeah.
that I created here.
I got it.
Oh, you see it? Okay.
Yep.
So she's about, and everything's to scale and whatnot. Oh, a couple quick reminders too. Make sure that from the last session, any spell slots you used, you clicked off. Your hit points are right. We never got a rest or anything in. So I don't double check that stuff. I hope you guys do that. The other thing that we don't do very carefully, and this is mostly for Amber, or I didn't look at other people's sheets, but Amber, with your character, a lot of your spells are concentration, I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that if you're like maintaining it, you can only concentrate on that one thing at a time.
Okay.
So if you see a spell that says concentration, like if you cast Bark Skin on somebody, you have to concentrate on that. And then if you go and say polymorph somebody, you have to like release the one thing and concentrate on the other, if that makes sense.
Another
Yeah,
thing that we forget a lot is that with concentration spells, if you take damage, you actually have to do a roll to maintain concentration. I
always forget about that. Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah. But yeah, so then we should be good there. Right as all that sort of happened, and after a minute or two after the goat or the skull exploded, you saw this woman come flying. She's about 150 feet away, about 20, 30 feet up in the air, kind of like skimming up and down in this crazy dragon skull. The fog and stuff is kind of like swirling around her. And she's barreling right at you guys. And Alaric, you get to go first.
Okay. First, I have 4 temporary hit points. Do I still have those?
You should. Yeah.
Because that's a certain amount of time, isn't it? It's not like it's like 10 minutes or.
Each tile is.
Isn't that usually how temporary hit points work? It's like
10 feet, right? 10 feet tiles.
Yeah, I think they're good until you rest.
Oh, until I rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they last until they're depleted. So if you lose them, you can't heal them back. But otherwise, you have them until you rest.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So.
I like that hat.
Thanks. It's new. I don't know if I already had my spear drawn. If I didn't, I'm going to draw my spear. don't remember exactly what was going on. And Lark's gonna let out a battle shout as he runs up to this closest thing.
What is it? What does it sound like?
Hold on. Kavan, give me strength.
Cool. All right. I
That's
like
what
to
it
hear
sounds
it.
like.
All right. You like to hear it.
Who? Kavan?
Yeah. Am I saying that right there?
Mhm.
Kavan.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, just all the shit's all so new to me. So when I use my rage, what is it? So it's a roll of D20 or D10. It's under wild. It's all the way at the bottom of the. Sorry. Okay, so D8.
Yeah, when you click on Wild Surge, it'll pop out the thing on the side, and then don't forget we modified those a little bit, but it's a D8.
Okay. All right. Did that come through? Okay, it did. Okay, so a 7. Let me read this real quick.
Dotson. Got Dotson here. See?
Do you want me to read that out loud, or you know what it is?
Or I got it. So I can either sort of explain it as you go.
Okay, well, no, I'll do it. Okay, so as Lorik lets out his battle cry, you see all sorts of flowers and vines grow out from underneath of him. Might indicate that it would be a little bit difficult for his enemies to travel in that area.
Okay, but we modified the sort of effect of these
we
things to be less fruity. So it's not flowers and vines, it's more
Oh, it's not updated on
Thank
here.
God.
That's right. I'm sorry.
I kind of like the flowers and vines.
Yeah.
Right, we'll go. I'm feeling flamboyant. So, anyways,
Release the daisies.
Hashtag cancel Lark.
thorny vines grow out from around him
There
that
you
look
go.
very threatening, and
There you go.
he's gonna
There you
attack this guy.
Who you attacking?
With his spear.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
The,
And how
the
far
one
away
I
are
moved
you?
Up. I just moved over 10 feet. Wait, aren't these little goat things or something that I'm supposed to be fighting? Or is that her?
No.
Oh, this is her.
Yeah, that's her.
What is this here?
That's the horse that Deckard rode
Snickers.
up on. So that's what Snickers. Yeah, Snickers.
Okay.
That's
I'm
Kit Kat.
assuming.
All right.
Yeah,
So
Cat the horse.
okay.
Deckard, I'm assuming you just jumped off the horse because at some point in the last session you kind of rolled up. You were firing a couple things off, and then you jumped off the horse and just left it there. I'm assuming.
Well, yeah. I mean,
So
and
I could be 40 feet.
yes, I was hoping somebody would bring the horse over to us, so we'll just assume that somebody walked it over when we came up here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna move a lot.
Now all of this is difficult terrain.
This is all difficult terrain. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So how much could I possibly move here if my walking speed's 40 feet?
These are 10-foot square. These are 10-foot squares. So your movement, everybody's movement speed is halved, unless you have something like Juniper does or anyone else that can move through difficult terrain, or if you're flying or levitating. If you're walking anywhere on this map, you're at half speed. You're half your normal speed because it's just a shitty swamp.
Okay, then I'm just gonna double move then. So I guess I can move 40 feet if I can double move. Was that how that would work?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Okay. So and these are 10, right?
Right.
So I don't know exactly how perfect that is. I'll just move there.
Perfect.
That's it.
Okay. All right, Sparkle.
I assume it's like I can only move I think like one block because I'm 25, so it's not like 1.5 blocks, right? So I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
And I think I am just about out of range of everything here. Oh shit! Sorry. That's weird. Control Z isn't working.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll get it.
I'm gonna. Oh man. If I cast a fireball, so gotta. Will that hit her? If that's my. That's like right where it's gonna go there. If I make that my point of detonation, that's my limit right there, 150.
Okay, so it would reach out that far, and then it would explode out 20 feet, right?
Yeah, that's the yep, exactly, 20-foot.
Yeah.
20-foot radius. So.
Right. Yeah. No, you it would kind of like it'd be arcing and coming right back down and just blow up right in front of her, I guess.
Okay. So yeah, I'll curl up and like I'm, throwing this maximum range here, and wing it at her and shoot a fireball.
Okay. So she has to make a Dex 16 save.
That is correct.
So I'm worried I missed something. Where is she at?
Oh,
on the
yeah,
right
you
side.
gotta look
Gotta zoom
way
way
to the
out.
top right. This is like a very long map, like
Oh, there she is.
wide map. Sorry, yeah. Mhm.
Got it.
It's a little
And each
goofy.
square's 10 feet, right?
Right. Yes. Okay. So okay. So your fireball goes flying over. Everybody sees this big sort of meteoric sort of eruption come out of the little gnome, and it goes flying across, lights up the whole sort of stretch of swamp as it's blazing across. Takes out a couple small trees and brush with it as it heads over, and sorry.
Chew on this, you old hag.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage.
I did 32.
Okay. Cool. So so this fireball blows up right in front of her. As it's streaking across, she's kind of sees it coming, and she sort of lifts the giant skull, the giant dragon skull that she's flying, and you notice a lot of the flames kind of go around the sides of the skull and everything. But when it kind of rights itself again, you see like singe up and down her arms, and she's got this crazy look on her face, and she's it seemed to have kind of melted a little bit of her flesh and stuff, and she's looking right at you, really unhappy.
Okay.
All right, anything else?
That is it.
All right, Thornton, it's your turn.
Cool. So what action is a dash? Is that a bonus action? Like if you do a dash with your movement, is that?
Oh, why am I blanking on this? That's an act. No, that's an act. That's a full action that you would take in combat.
Okay, so if I want to move my full speed and then do like a double move.
That's what that basically means. Is you use your action to move twice.
Okay, so I'll do that to go 50 feet.
Okay. Which is halved because of the difficult terrain. So you can move about two or three squares. I'll let you go. Okay. Yeah, about there, or maybe one more north or east of that.
That cool?
Yep.
All right, then I'm going to use Misty Step, which is a bonus action.
There you go.
Actually, you know what? That's a second level. Yeah, I'm not going to waste that. I'll stay here. I'll stay.
All right. Deckard, your turn.
And Deckard's gonna move 30 feet and draw his longbow and fire an arrow at this ugly whatever she is. So I will. Ooh, a crit.
Nice.
So
Now, are you rolling with? So do you have to roll with disadvantage?
no, because I'm at regular.
Oh, okay.
With a longbow, I've got out to 150 before disadvantage.
Got it. Okay. Sweet.
I counted it out. Before I moved, I was at about 140, so I should be.
Perfect. Okay.
So it did it roll my crit for me? How did that work?
Well, now on your sheet, I think it will have. Let me see.
So it gave me a 20 plus 10. Oh no, that plus 10 is my modifier. So I crit with a 20. Okay, so now I roll damage, right?
Yeah.
Right.
See if it doubles it, because I think that happened last session.
Right.
Oh, it did. It put 2d8 right here. Yeah.
Okay. I don't see that when but maybe that's.
So for me, like when you click the damage, normally it's just 1d8, but it's actually having me roll 2d8 plus 5.
It's awesome.
So 14 damage.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. So yeah, that arrow goes flying over, and she's pretty far away, and she's just only a little bit, only the top from her, like, top of her chest up is even sticking outside of this giant skull. So she's pretty well covered. But you managed to hit her, square in the shoulder, and she screams in pain.
All right. Thornton, you see that shot, fella?
Great shot, laddie. It
Almost
couldn't
got
have.
a rat. Almost got a rat in that saggy tit.
Couldn't.
I was able
Oh wow. Oh wow.
That was 15 damage, you said?
14.
Oh
Or
wow.
14? Damn. Nice.
That would be closer to her belly button.
Deckard does tits.
All right, so I'm gonna
Like
shoot her again.
All right.
20 to hit.
All right, so you just did your normal movement before?
Yeah, I just moved 30 feet.
Okay, and you halved that? Because of the difficulty?
So yeah, hang on. So if I didn't have it, so I'd be like here, and so she's at about 140 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're still good then.
So that's
Right.
moving one square from where I was. So
All right, which is good, right? And then you're still within the 150?
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Why don't you just stay there and then go ahead and roll your second one.
Okay. So 8 damage.
Wait, did you roll to hit on that?
Oh, a 20.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yep. So that hits as well. So your second one kind of hits her in the other shoulder, and she squeals again, and she's looking really pissed.
All right.
It's 22 damage so far. And she's just pissed. Oh boy.
Ragnar, it's your turn.
Okay, I have a couple questions before I make any movements. Is it safe? Can I assume that I still am holding my torch the way I was?
Yeah, I think so. That was in the Scarecrow fight. You hadn't done anything differently. So, yeah, you have a shield equipped, I think.
Yeah, I have a sword and shield, but I don't think I drew the shield. I was holding my sword and the torch in the other hand.
Okay.
So
All
we're
right,
good-
then
we're good
just
there.
make note that your AC is a little bit lower. I'm going to take your... Okay, so your AC is 16 because you don't have your shield equipped.
Okay. And then I want to, before I move, is there anything around that's higher up? Like I see a tree stump, I see some trees. I don't know if how true to scale that map is, but is there any high point?
Not much. I mean, there's like a lot of the trees and stuff are kind of like falling over into the swamp and things. At best, there might be things that are about 8 feet tall, rocks falling over trees. There's no large, tall, 20, 30-foot trees, I guess is the point. Everything else is sort of sunken into the swamp.
Okay. So where is something we could say that gives me the most height?
Probably by that riding horse, there's like a cut off sort of stump tree. That's probably the highest elevation, right above Spargle here.
Okay. So all the way over there. So what I'm gonna do is if I use dash, that gets me to 50 feet, but then have it. So basically 2 squares.
2 or 3, depending
I'm
on how you
gonna-
do the diagonal.
I'm gonna just go like there, I guess.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
All right. Juniper?
Okay, so Juniper sees that Ragnar is going to try to run over there and attack, and she does what she can. She reaches over and she kind of pushes him along, and he feels all of a sudden like he's less hindered. She casts freedom of movement, and let's see, it's an action, lasts an hour, and his movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce his speed nor cause him to be paralyzed or restrained.
All right.
Add a character real quick, Dan. Am I allowed to have a conversation with her in character while she's doing that?
Yeah, during combat, you guys can like talk. It's like you can't go back. You can't have a whole conversation. Your turn or a round is about 6 seconds, so it's like you can shout out something and shout something back.
Juniper, I'm going up the tree. I'm not heading towards the witch. I'm going up the tree.
Well, now you're going towards the tree a whole lot faster, my dude.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, and this one doesn't require concentration. It lasts an hour. So Ragnar, you're good now. You can move around as normal. You're not affected by this swampy, difficult terrain.
Ragnar just tips his hat to Juniper. Thank you.
In fact, as she touches you, you kind of you almost like you lift up your feet out of the muck, and you notice that when you put them back down, they don't sink back in. You're like standing up on top of the mud.
So I'm like Legolas now.
Right. Or
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then Juniper
Jesus.
has 25 feet of
Similar,
movement and halved. Let's see. So I guess I can probably move like 1 square.
Yeah.
There. And now my turn's done.
All right. All right. So, Baba Saga. She
That bitch. Oh, is that the sound in the game? Oh my god. Thought there was like there's like a fucking riot outside or something.
She comes. Wait, how far can she move?
Heard people screaming in the fucking game. Did you just crank that up? Did you just turn that on?
I just turned it on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was worried.
If it's too loud, you guys can.
Oh no! This is
No, I
great.
love
This is Act 3 in Diablo 2. I love it.
Ambiance.
So the fireball explodes in front of her. She gets hit by these arrows, but which kind of like makes her dip, dodge, dive, or whatever. And she's kind of like coming around, and she gets about 40. She comes about 40 feet closer, and she runs.
Oh, Not me. Fuck no. Come on.
No, I'm just checking some things.
I was gonna say, fuck me. I mean, we're already. What's she doing to me? I'll eat this bitch. Let's face it.
She casts Party Wipe.
Even though Deckard had hit her a couple times, she keeps returning her stare over to you, Sparkle, because that fireball really hurt her.
Dan.
Yeah.
Are the arrows still lodged in her flesh? That may be relevant to some actions I may or may not take.
I'm gonna say no because they were a crit, so that means they hit so squarely and forcefully that they went in and out.
Oh, they pierced.
Yeah, they went straight through.
Oh wow.
That can't be good.
Deckard doesn't mess around.
So does she have like
Death
little
dealer.
holes? Like little like finger holes? Okay.
Yeah, and she's small, part of her weird looking, her whole now that she's getting a little bit closer, you can tell her this what she's wearing, this robe thing is sort of like made out of a bunch of like feathers and bird parts and shit. It's really gnarly looking.
So she's like the homeless lady from Home Alone 2 is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Turtle doves.
Yeah, like if Kevin doesn't give her the turtle doves, this is what happens.
Actually, I need a quick break. Give me like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Dan's like, I gotta come up with something for when Matt puts his fucking finger in this lady's shoulder. Dan's in the kitchen like with a fucking pen and pencil, just like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
What happens if Thoradin puts his finger through the holes? Like Thoradin tries to see
He's
if
gotta
the
go. He's googling it right now.
He's
fork finger goes through. He's asking all the other
Googling.
DMs.
He's texting Doug.
He's saying, right, him and Doug are going back. What do I do about this guy, man?
Doug, how do I handle these guys?
Matt's doing all his bullshit again.
I can't help it. This lady's got holes in her fucking shoulders. I'm gonna put my fingers in there. I mean, come on.
For the last time, how do I do the thing where I can draw out a line to see the distance?
Yeah.
Do I hold
so,
shift or control?
So, Adam, on the left-hand side of your screen, there's some tools, right?
Yeah.
The fourth tool down looks like...
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
I don't know why I used to think it was... I always thought I had to hit, like, shift when I was clicking on my character.
Sorry, Baba Lasaga.
It's just driving me nuts.
Yep. What? All right. Sorry about that. All right. Thanks, Doug. I'm back. So here's what we're gonna do. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Doug.
I just had to check on Colin for a second. Okay. So she's staring at you, Sparkle, and she says, she looks at you and she goes, you must be the one that burned most of my scarecrows. I need a new little helper. And she points her fingers at you and starts, like, you see her mouth moving. I need you to make a wisdom savings throw.
I think Punch is AFK.
Oh, I wasn't even looking at the video. I'll say that all again. Is Crocus listening? No, he's muted. Or he's deafened.
Oh, he's in Helen Keller mode? I'm gonna get canceled. Oh my god. I'm gonna get fucking canceled. Oh
You're gonna
my
ban you
god.
from Twitch.
Jeez.
The Disney Stories Matter people are going to come after you.
Shit.
All right, so Sparkle, she's looking at you. She says, you must be the one that burned all my scarecrows. I need a new little helper. And she starts wiggling her fingers at you and saying some gibberish. I need you to make a wisdom savings throw.
I am not that wise. Come on. Oh.
I didn't see it.
It was a crit.
Oh,
No, it 4.
Nice.
I rolled a 4 plus 1, 5.
All right, so
Oh,
Wait.
Ragnar.
Oh no! I was gonna say my aura of protection, but he's not in my aura, so.
Right? Do I need to start buying or whatever? What does a goat say?
So, you suddenly feel like you're just sort of like cloudy in your head, and you just start to like really lose grasp of reality for a second and you feel this pressure around your skull, and Ragnar and then everything goes black for you, Spargle. Ragnar, what you see is his eyes just sort of roll back so that you only see the whites. And he's got a insane look on his face as metal, rusty iron like spikes come like protruding out of the perimeter of his head, forming an iron like crown, this twisted, fucked up looking crown.
Oh, no.
Spargle, you are under control, under Baba Lasaga's control now. So on your next turn, I'll tell you what happens. So that's it. Let's see.
Crown of Madness. Oh.
Let me see what else.
Oh, I mean this isn't good, right? I mean,
Okay, and that's all she does. Alaric, it's your turn.
Okay, so just because I don't want to go back and meta it, I wouldn't have used my rage earlier had I known what the hell was actually fucking going on. But it's fine because I'm glad it's fine that I did. And I wasted a slot, but I'm actually gonna do it again.
Okay, so you fell out of rage because you didn't take damage or attack anyone, but now you're going to re-rage.
That's how I'm looking at it. And I'm just like, I figured I got a lot of slots, so I'll try to use it and see if I can high roll something or whatever. So, yes, standing right where I am, I had my spear drawn. So, okay, yeah, but I'm gonna start with my rage. Let me roll that real quick before I do anything else. So 5. I totally wasn't thinking ahead. Where was that? Was that on Slack that you sent that, or was that on Discord?
It was on Slack. Or it was on Discord.
It was on Discord. Got it.
Yeah.
I think. Because there was a PDF, right? So I just
Yeah.
rolled 5.
Okay. That one's pretty basic.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. So what I want to do, since Alaric is thinking tactically now because it was a tough trek towards her, he's actually going to keep his ground, and he's going to stow away his blood spear and draw just a mundane throwing spear. And just right where he's standing, he's going to plant his feet and just try to chuck it at her center mass.
All right. Roll your attack.
All right. I can just click on it here, right? Yep. Okay, cool. Oh. Crit.
Oh, you got a crit?
Yeah.
Jeez, nice.
It's and
right.
I checked it all. It's 120 range, so I should be okay.
I like D&D Beyond.
And then I see it even outlines the damage. So 13 damage.
Wait. Sorry. Test work. Because since it's over 30 feet.
Oh, I'm
you have to
sorry.
roll
You're right.
with
I should be rolling
disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, so not a crit.
Not to be a-
Let me
not to
reroll
be a
that.
party pooper.
I wasn't thinking. 10 to hit.
Okay. Not sorry, what a letdown. But yeah, so yeah, this one you throw the spear, and it's hard to get. You don't have your balance with this squishy swamp, and the spear just goes flying sort of underneath the skull. Visibility is kind of shitty here too, so you miss.
Oh, I didn't check that off. Okay. So I mean, I stowed a weapon. I used a bonus action for rage, and I threw a weapon. I mean, that's
Stowing the
probably-
weapons in interaction, I'm cool with that. You used your bonus action. Did you move?
I didn't move. That's what I was going to ask you if I should move.
That's up to you.
But I could move my half my distance, right?
Right.
You know what? I'm just gonna
So you can move 2 full squares.
I'm just gonna move a
you want.
square over towards Thornton.
Get in his aura too.
Yeah.
Very wise.
I don't know if like
Plus
I,
2
I
on
would
saving
actually
throws.
know that in game, but that's what I'm gonna
Spargle. Baba Lysaga commands you to make a melee attack against Ragnar.
Just say no, Spargle.
do. Drugs are bad.
You're muted too, Punch.
Okay. I mumble some garbage and swing it. Oh, now I roll high.
Oh God.
All right. Yep, roll your damage on that one.
Sorry.
Okay. Ragnar, you take 6 damage.
Ragnar looks at Spargle. What are you doing, lad?
Oh god.
And Spargle looks insane. Like his eyes are rolled back in his head. He's got this crazy
Got like a fucking sex mask on with like the leather of the shit that they S&M people wear with the fucking ball gag in his mouth and the eye holes cut out. Right?
Now you're scaring me, dude. Settle down.
Sorry.
Yeah, some like Da Vinci Code shit.
And Spargle, you can make another wisdom savings throw.
Okay. Seriously.
All right.
I roll a 19 to hit my friend.
That's
really?
the way the
First
cookie
time here?
crumbles.
That's how this group works.
Welcome to Barovia.
First time?
Yeah.
All right, Thoradin, it's your turn.
The
There's all
taint
this
of the realms.
crazy shit happening behind you. Right.
I'm debating if I should use hold person on Spargle. To kind of lock him down, but
I think Alaric hears you since we're so close, and he gives you the thumbs up.
yeah, I don't know if that's worth it because it's a level 2 spell slot, and I only have 2 left. And that's a big heal. Eventually, that could be. So I'm gonna hold off. I will move. I'm gonna do my 25 again with the dash and the move. So
Yeah, it sucks that these are oddball squares. So I'd say you could move to that one if that's what your goal is. That's a.
I'm gonna move here. Keep Alaric in my aura.
Are you okay with like every other one moving like an extra square then? Because we're having it for the first.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Or we'll just kind of
Figure it out.
eyeball it if it makes a difference. That we'll kind of windfall left and right.
I'd like to, as a bonus action, use Shield of Faith to myself. It's a +2 bonus to AC for the duration. 10-minute duration, it's a bonus action.
Okay. Now that's one that you have to concentrate on.
right,
So make
so
sure
if-
so you can only concentrate on one thing at a time. So you'll be concentrating on that until you switch to another concentration spell, or if you get hit by a certain amount of damage, it might break your concentration. But
Right, I
you're good
can't
for now.
cast other spells though, right?
No, you can. Wait, Ponch, can he cast other spells? It's like other regular spells and still concentrate on this one.
For I'm sorry. What do you?
So if you're concentrating on a spell, you can still cast other spells, just
sure.
not another one that requires concentration.
Just not another concentration spell, or you can count. Yeah, you just lose the previous
Okay,
one.
that totally makes sense. Got it.
Okay. So you now have 20 AC.
Yep.
So you're like a Sherman tank. Sweet. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's going to be it for me.
Okay. And you clicked off the spell slot?
I did.
All right. Deckard, it's your turn.
Oh, from a fucking brick wall. Fucking 20 AC.
You're muted, Will.
Muted.
My bad. Yeah, I'm just going to. I said I feel kind of mundane just launching arrows at this guy, but I really don't have anything else. So
Your range DPS, brother. That's what we do.
I was gonna say, man.
Light her up. Don't feel bad at all.
Yeah.
just gonna launch some more arrows at him.
Make her look like a pincushion.
Get more holes in her body. I could
Another
put more
crit. I like D&D Beyond.
more holes,
Yeah,
dude.
We've
More
had
holes.
I don't.
even though mine didn't count, we've had like 4 or 5 crits in the last 2 sessions. That's pretty.
Yeah, especially when the gnome
Bizarre.
attacked me.
So yeah, I'm going to roll that damage. Ugh.
Okay.
So 15 damage.
Why was it 15?
I crit. So it was 2d8. I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Plus 5.
I'm sorry, 10 damage. Did I say 15? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw 10 and then added my modifier. No, that's sorry. I didn't realize it added my modifier. So
Nope,
yeah,
okay.
10.
Cool. All right.
And then
All
I'll
right,
just do
yeah.
that
I mean,
again.
you keep hitting her. I mean, you haven't missed yet. You know, she's barely peeking her head out of this skull that she's
19.
flying around in, but you're just you know, threading them right where they need to be. Yep.
Will, you need to go buy some scratch offs tonight, brother.
Yeah.
No, dude. I'm headed to Drug Mart right when we're
Get
done.
to the quick pick.
You're gonna
Let's
win
head to the
like
C
$2,000.
store,
It's
brother.
gonna be sick.
My damage isn't hot though, so another 7 damage.
Okay.
It'll all add up.
Did she have another hole where the first crit, where the crit was again? And the third hole, there's 3 holes now.
I don't. Yeah. Well, there's like some. There, you know, there's a couple. There's like one that looks like it's sticking halfway through her, and
Okay.
and yeah. So she's got a bunch of little holes in her now.
Okay.
All sorts of places for you to put every one of your fingers.
I swear, she'll get an infection. She'll die eventually.
Yeah. I've seen your fingernails.
All right, Ragnar, it's your turn.
Okay. So Spargle's right next to me, right?
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah,
very,
he's
very close. to
Looking
me.
all crazy, just out of nowhere. I mean, not out of nowhere. You saw this shit happen to him, and then he grabbed his fancy magical staff and just smacked you with it. It actually hurt. Got to put a little crack in the side of your head and caught you
Yeah,
off
I
guard.
didn't like that. So
Rude.
what I would like to do is I'm bigger than him, even though he's a gnome and I'm only a dwarf. I
Oh,
still
yeah.
got some size on him, right?
Oh yeah, you're like
Okay.
2 or 3 times his mass at least, and probably an inch or 2 higher.
All right, so kind of like the way you do when you're messing with like a nephew or something. I kind of want to just grab him bodily. I'll drop my I'll put my weapon down. I'm gonna grab him with both arms, and you know, as I have to do every session, I'm gonna try to tie him up. I do it every session. Fun with rope.
All right, well, make your grapple attempt first, which is for you is which is a strength and then an athletics check, and then Spargle.
I'm just like,
Yeah, I guess I guess it'd be up to you on how you would have tried to avoid it. Whether you would try to overpower him
+8.
back.
If it's an athletic, it's a +8.
+8. Okay. Did
So
you
11.
did you click on it on your? Oh, you just did the.
I did the dice. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you could have just clicked on the athletics check on your sheet. The
And that just
+8.
rolls it. All right, cool.
Yeah, I think so, but
I'll do that next time.
either way, it's an 11.
11.
So, Spargle, I guess it's like, what would you do if somebody was trying to grab you? Would you try to like force, like push back on it, or try to slip away? You either do an athletics or an acrobatics check to counter it.
well, this is crazy Spargle too, so I don't know.
True.
So in this case, not to intervene, in this case, he's the one that rolls still.
Yeah.
What is,
Even though
I don't know that I would like. I think that the fact that
I never.
I'm not
didn't know how
thinking-
that would work.
I think I would just probably try to force my way back, but rather than try to slip or be clever. Because if I was clever, I wouldn't be using melee attacks anyway. I'm just crazy, you know what I mean? So I'm just thinking, so when he tries to grab me, I'll be like trying to bite him and
Yeah. All right.
like a person who's got rabies.
yes, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So make your athletics check.
What am I doing?
An athletics check, and you're trying to beat an 11. Well, you're probably not trying to beat an 11, but that's what it's.
Well, I'm keeping consistent with my rolls now.
There you go. Okay, so Ragnar, you easily kind of come up and grab him in your arms as your action. So
I grab him and I say, "Go to sleep, little buddy.
Oh God.
Oh no.
You're not yourself, lad."
Put a sock in his fucking mouth.
Ragnar just got pinned. He's like, I love you, lad. I like what you do with fire, but can't have you launching the firebolt at us."
Put one of your dwarven socks in his mouth, lad.
Yeah.
Ragnar's gonna come out with a book, Babysitting in Barovia.
How to
That's what
use
his
rope
journal is.
effectively and keep everyone on track.
How to save my party members' asses all the time.
I appreciate that. So now what do I got to do for the rope?
All right, so you used your attack action to grapple, and you now have him grappled. I would say you can use. Well, technically speaking, that was your action. You'd have to probably wait to your next turn to use an action to tie him up.
Can I just hold him then?
You can hold him, yeah.
I'll
He's
just
held.
bear hug him. That's
Until,
fine. I mean,
yeah,
I got a lot
until
of
you
strength.
let go of him or till he breaks out, you got him. And so, Spargle, you're in the grappled condition at this point.
Everybody's fighting and they're just hugging. That's so nice.
Firefighters,
everywhere.
man.
You good, Ragnar? Yeah, this is like a scene out of The Exorcist at this point.
I probably can't do much else if I want to keep him from shooting fireballs at us. So I'll stay.
Okay. Juniper, it's your turn.
All right, so Juniper is going to move forward a little bit.
Just like this little like midget wrestling match going on in the middle of the fight.
And it's a marsh, so mud wrestling.
Yeah, midget wrestling.
Well, I got the Misty Step, so
This is right out of Howard Stern. This is fucked up.
Excellent.
yeah, it's like
Excellent.
Hank the
I
Angry
mean, there are
Dwarf and
goats.
Beetlejuice.
Okay, and I've never used this before, so feel free to let me know if I'm using it wrong. But Juniper's going to cast Wind Ball, and she's going to point it directly at Babala Saga. And she's going to try to hit her with it. So she's going to have to make a strength save.
Is Babala Saga riding on an angry dinosaur bone? That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's a dragon skull. It's a giant. It's a pretty for anyone. So Ragnar, maybe some of the others who are kind of well versed on archaeology or whatever, realize it's a very huge dragon skull. It's probably from like a very adult or ancient dragon.
So it's bones, though, right?
Oh, it's bones. Yep.
Oh, you can't. All right.
Wait.
Can't have-
Is anything besides the skull there? The body isn't there, right? It's just
No.
the skull. Okay.
It's just a skull. Yeah.
I don't want
almost
some
like
kind
it
of
looks like
saffron
a
shit.
big hot tub. It's like she's riding in a bathtub or something.
That's really
All
funny
right.
for me. I don't know.
So Juniper, all right. So you're not concentrating on anything else. So you can do this. You can concentrate on this. It's a 120-foot range. So you're within. So you're good there. The wall can be up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and a foot thick.
Fantastic wall. This sounds like a tremendous wall.
So you're putting the
Papa
wall like
thought it
kind
was
of
my paper.
through her at this point, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to hit her with the wall.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe knock her out of that bathtub.
If you
Yeah,
could,
right.
while I start rolling my saves and stuff here, you could draw on the map kind of where you want the
thought I
wall,
did.
because it will persist as long as you concentrate on it. If you want that.
Are we to kind of assume she's flying, like she's still moving in our direction?
Yeah,
She's not like
flying. She's like, yeah, she's you know what? To be honest, she's pretty close to, it's going to be tough to you can get up about 15 feet. That might hit her. She may get to roll this. I may have her roll this with advantage though, just because she is kind of at that right about 15 feet off the ground with her skull. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it possible that the wind wall could blow away the bones? Maybe.
Maybe blow her out of the bathtub.
The bones, like her skull bone, like the thing she's flying in.
Yeah, like maybe the bones will blow away from the wind.
I mean, I'm considering I'm like 2 feet high. I think this is kind of a stretch as it is.
Yeah, but no, you get you got a good line of sight, and you see the rest of you see like the sort of swamp like swirling around as this as the wind creates a wall, almost like small little cyclones kind of spinning around that rise up out of the ground. They go about 15 feet up in the air, and kind of stretch across the front of Babalasaga's path that she's coming at you. And mud and sticks and wind and everything start whipping around in her face, but she does that same kind of move where she kind of like pivots the skull as this wind is forming around her, and it just harmlessly kind of goes around her. Now she is behind the wall, I'm assuming you're drawing the wall almost sort of diagonal across the front of her, or you're drawing this like wall from you to her then. Like
Yeah, basically,
okay.
I was trying to hit her with the end of the wall. I thought that was the only way I
Okay.
could really
Yeah,
reach
that's cool.
that far.
Yeah, I mean, you could have put a perimeter around her. You could put it through her. You could put a box or whatever, as long as it's within those dimensions. But yeah, so you create this wall, and it sort of like almost forms in front of you and like rises up, throughout the swamp, and then it ultimately kind of comes right up under the skull that she's flying around on. But it doesn't hurt her. But it's now in your way.
Well, that's all I got, folks.
All right. Okay. It's her turn. She now that Spargle's kind of running around crazy and doing her thing, she looks back over at Deckard, who's hit her several times. And she looks at you and she says, "How dare you strike at the mother of the king?" And she points her finger at you. And her eyes just get like narrowed as she's just like staring at you. And
Are we all able to hear that?
yeah, she's shouting and spitting mad and cackling all
Okay.
this stuff as she's
Ugh.
running
That's pertinent
around.
information.
The mother of the king. Oh, that's good.
I don't like this.
Put that in the
I don't
logbook.
like it.
Where's Blackman when you need him?
Can you make a Constitution savings throw?
Constitution.
Ooh, I am rolling good tonight.
Jesus.
Okay, so you got
Still in the game right now.
You really should play scratch offs. I mean, that's really.
Or go
Maybe
to
I should put
AC.
some money in GameStop.
Honestly,
Roblox.
pick a stock. Pick a
Roblox.
stock and let's go, man.
buy Roblox stock.
You're on a heater right now.
Game stonks.
Okay. Second. Sorry. Math.
Will, I like the paneling in that room. It's very nice.
Thanks. It's my 1970s.
Hey, Will.
No,
Don't
my
be-
old bedroom
don't-
had paneling.
Don't be afraid
like
to paint that. Seriously.
Yeah.
I had it in my whole basement at my old house, and we painted it, and it turned out really good. I was surprised.
I made the mistake of ripping it out of the other side of the basement. Now I got to redo all the drywall.
Oh.
They glued it on.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they
weird.
probably just use that.
Liquid nails or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Deckard. So as she's pointing her finger at you, you feel like this awful, just painful, like from the inside of you, like ripping outwards. It's like almost this feeling of like death that's just almost like just starting to permeate through your body. And you're a tough dude. Maybe it's part of your werewolf kind of thing. You push back and you resist a good amount of it, but you take 36 damage.
Whoa.
My God.
Oh, this is not good.
Did you
Good
just
thing you
roll
rolled
a
a 20.
20 and you took 36 damage?
This is really not good.
All right. Okay.
Whoa, I'd be dead if I didn't pass that Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, this is bad. Yeah.
Oh, we're in the shit. We are so in the shit right
Holy
now.
Well, I
crap.
mean, running
Start
is
look-
an option.
Did you
There's
say
a wall
36 damage?
Yeah.
Start looking at your spell sheets, everyone.
It's necrotic damage, if that means anything.
Oh, fuck me.
Wait. Wow.
This is the fucking windmill all over again.
We're going to need that potion box.
A lot of people's girlfriends are in there.
And she looks surprised that you're still standing for a second, and then she kind of looks over at Alaric and Thornton and dips the skull over to the side. And Alaric, it's your turn.
All right, let's do this. Bash Brothers.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, hold on. So she came over about 20 feet, but went 20 feet higher up into the air, too. So she's a good 40 feet off the ground now.
Oh, fuck me. We can't fly.
So there's no hitting her. Gotcha. That's fine.
Maybe we should just leave.
I don't know, man. She could probably move pretty quick on that dragon skull.
I don't think we can get away at this point. We got to keep the ranged people alive, and we got to get Sparkle free.
Sparkle's on his own. Just kidding.
He's gonna help her tend to the goats.
He's like a sex slave now, dude. He's done. Like he's
Oh,
got like a
shit.
metal mask on. He's all fucked up.
Did anybody ever see Kingpin when he has to sleep with the landlord?
I've seen Kingpin. I don't remember
Dude.
that part.
That is really, really weird that you mentioned that, because when I was doing that noise earlier, I was doing that.
You were
know
thinking
that
of the
thing?
lady.
I was thinking that. Yeah.
From what? From
So-
what?
I didn't want to
The
say it
movie
because it
Kingpin.
just creeps me out so much.
I
That
don't think
scene
I've ever
that with
seen
the
that.
old landlord lady.
He has to sleep with the landlord to pay his rent, and after they have sex, she goes, "What is it about good sex that makes me have to crap?" And then she does that thing that Sparkle just did,
Yeah. But
It's- and she
That's-
looks like Baba Lysaga, to be honest.
Oh my god.
that is really weird that you said that, because I was actually thinking about that.
That's funny.
Deckard, I did the math wrong. It was 26 damage, not 36.
Oh, okay, we're good.
We're fine. We can win.
Still, if I have that, whew,
How much was it instead?
26 instead of 36.
26, right?
Oh my
Damn.
god, what the fuck am I doing? Hold on, it's half of 58. I'm not drunk yet.
Half of
29?
58 is 29.
29. I don't know what. Hey, Colin, can you come here and help me do some math?
He's like, hold on, let me get my comment.
So yeah,
board.
29, right? Okay, wait. So I took 36.
So add 7 more back in.
Carry the
I added
one.
10. Now I'm adding 3, taking 3 away. Okay,
Okay, there you go. Sorry.
there we go.
Carry the
36
one.
line, carry the
We were
one.
just taking the scenic route on that.
Everything's fine
train.
here. Everything's fine here.
That's the new math that they
Yeah,
teach.
that's yeah, right. You right. Add 7 minus 10.
Don't use
I'm
it
trying to do
for-
this combat
Infinity.
to the to the decimal point and not fudge anything. So I'm sorry.
What he's really setting us up for is we're going to have to beat a game of number crunchers to kill Strahd.
We're gonna kill
Probably.
Strahd. Good to go.
Yeah, it's your turn, right? Sorry.
Yep. Okay, so Alaric is going to draw. He's not moving, still keeping his feet planted. Going to draw another mundane throwing spear, but before he throws it, he's gonna take a second and cast bolstering magic. So you kind of see him close his eyes, and he's real close to Thoradin, and he kind of reaches out towards him. I don't know if he's touching him or he's just putting his hand towards him, and he's gonna cast bolstering magic on Thoradin. And so I have choices here. So I don't think I even need to do anything for this. Correct me if I'm wrong. But basically, it just means he gets a D3 when he's making an attack roll or an ability check for 10 minutes.
He might be AFK.
Oh.
No, I'm listening. I'm sorry. I'm reading at the same time. As an action, you can touch one creature. For 10 minutes, the creature can roll a D3 whenever making an attack roll and add. Yep.
So
yeah, go ahead and explain it.
I mean, yeah. So I wasn't. I mean, I don't know exactly the positioning, like how close I am to him. I know we're like catty corner squares, so I don't know if I need to like move into a square or whatever I need to do. But either way, I should be able to make it work. And I'm just gonna kind of lay my hand on his shoulder and close my eyes and cast bolstering magic, and he'll have a D3 for 10 minutes when he makes ability checks. I don't know if there's anything he can do to make note of that other than remembering it.
So, and attack rolls too, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, and then you just got to click that one off.
Yep, I already did. Yep.
Nice, okay.
And then, as I said, Lark was drawing his throwing spear, or his javelin. Sorry. I don't know why I keep calling it a spear. And he's going to chuck it right at this dragon skull riding bitch.
Wait a minute, how many of those do you have?
5, and I took one away from the last for the first throw, so I have 4.
Okay. Sweet.
And I'm 30 yards where I'm at, so I should not have disadvantage here.
Cool.
It's weird, right? We're getting a lot. Crits.
You are. But hey, don't complain about it.
No, I'm not.
I just,
that's a hit.
I just rolled
2-3 session run I had where I rolled like crap.
So
Right.
13 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so she gets a little bit closer. She's like coming down. You do your thing with Thoradin and then throw this spear and it hits her. She's getting really pissed at getting hit this often. But you did, what was it, 13 damage you said?
Yep, 13 damage.
Anybody keeping track?
Nope.
I am.
58 damage.
I am.
What is
That's good.
What's the actual number? Can you tell me? Was that close?
Oh, that's pretty damn close.
Was it really? I was just guessing.
62.
Yeah, because I know Ponch did like 30 something that first hit with that fireball. So.
Yep.
So that's it.
You don't reckon you can? Oh, she's in
What
the
would-
air, right?
Yeah.
You can't really.
What was the guess?
I said
He
58.
guessed 58 and it was 62
Oh,
damage.
nice.
Well, he's a car guy, you know.
He's a math guy. He's an
Yeah,
engineering
and-
guy.
He's a big car guy. You know those car guys.
And I think that's it for me. I don't know how.
Carburetors.
So when I use bolstering magic, what is that? I mean, I didn't overplay that, right? That's just considered like a bonus action.
Oh, wait a minute.
It says you
yeah.
can touch one.
Wait, that was an action. You needed to use an action for that. I'm sorry, you can't attack.
Really?
My bad. That was my bad. Yeah. No, I should have caught that.
No ex post facto.
Yeah, if you click on bolstering magic, you'll see that it takes an action to do.
Nice.
Well,
These beers are going down.
We'll retcon roll that right back and say you just didn't throw your spare.
Okay.
Is that cool? Or you want to roll it back even further because you didn't know it caused an action and say you didn't do that and you threw your spear instead? I'm good either way. We both made a mistake, so I'm flexible here. What would Alaric's main thing have been? To do that to help Thoradin?
Probably help Thoradin.
Okay, then I'm just gonna take that little bit of damage off and say, I mean, it's a negligible amount against her anyhow, so I'll just take that off.
Oh God.
Is that all right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I think we gotta leave. He's giving us hints.
Do you agree with? No, I'm not. I'm joking. Are we good, or should I? You want to?
Yeah, no.
Check it out. Okay. All right, Spargle, you are being held by Ragnar, and you can't move at all.
Ragnar's face is turning a little red, and he's just like, "Stop struggling."
Oh God. Oh God. Just let it happen, lad.
God, just go to sleep. Sleep.
Let Uncle Ragnar show
I-
you how much.
Do I make like a strength test or athletics again, or am I just stuck?
No, you're just stuck. Since you can't attack, that's really all she's been able to command you to do.
Yeah.
You still have a bit of sort of free will there. But you kind of lose your turn, but you get to roll another wisdom save.
Come on.
Come on, get out of this.
I don't want to use Beyond Dice tonight. I don't know.
It's working for everybody else, so.
Oh my God.
Law of averages here. Sorry, Spargle. So you're still crazy and have these weird spiky things out of your head, but Ragnar's still holding you. Thoradin, it's your turn.
Is she in the air? She's flying.
She's about 40 feet up in the air now. Yeah. Yep. I wish Crocus was listening to this.
Damn. I mean, I could use Valve Enmity, and we could all run away, because that'll put her to sleep for a minute. I can only use that once though. Per.
Again. Oh.
No, go ahead, Punch. Go ahead.
Whatever. She doesn't have to do any kind of. She's not doing any kind of concentration, is she? To keep me cuckoo.
She is.
Is when she's getting hit. Are we? Is there any chance that could have broken my craziness?
Good call. Let me double check that. Make sure I'm not. So technically yes, theoretically
He got disconnected, so he's gonna pop back in a second.
Sorry, I don't know if you answered me there.
I said technically yes. So you're right. Theoretically though, from the numbers here of the damage she took, and I'm kind of rolling to double check. She would have had to roll a natural 1 basically.
It's a DC 10 Constitution, right?
Right. Or half the damage. So if somebody did 20 or more damage, it would be even a higher one.
Yeah.
So I'm just rolling a few here. But thank you for that reminder. I don't think it doesn't change anything yet though, but I will keep track of that.
Okay.
Yep, good call.
Does she look like she's undead or a fiend? Can I tell what she is? Do I know really?
She looks so old and wrinkly and white hair and barely can make out some of her features. She's so wrinkled up. But she doesn't look undead per se.
It's like a lady that needs moisturizer.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to use Abjure Enemy on her. So as an action, you can choose one creature within 60 feet of you that you can see to make a Wisdom savings throw of 13. Fiends and undead have disadvantage. On failure, the creature is frightened and its speed is reduced to... So...
All right. So she
I
has to make a wisdom savings throw, you said?
Yeah, of 13. This is Wisdom saving throw 13. Probably have like 15 dice for her. Wisdom. Fucking...
So you do this. I don't know. You hold your holy symbol or whatever you're doing to try to like freak her out a little bit. And she looks at you and she says,
Oh, jeez.
and she almost kind of smirks a little bit and she says, "Your weak god is so far from here. I'm surprised he can even hear you."
Oh, fuck me.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Well,
Not good.
that was our chance to get away. So,
Is that all you got, Jordan, right now?
is that all you got? Oh man, I've heard that before. Oh fuck.
What did we do?
Yeah, I might just duck tail and run. So that was a action. Bonus action. Can I like throw a rock at her as a bonus action? That's it for me. I got nothing.
Okay, Ragnar, you're holding Spargle. He's still struggling.
Okay, so just between when I grabbed
Don't I
him
go
and
after Thornton? No.
Oh, did I screw you up? Let me
you
see.
might have. I don't see Decker.
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Oh wow.
Maybe I clicked it twice or
Decker goes
something.
first.
Sorry about that. Yep, you're up, Decker.
So I can only move one square, right?
Yeah, one or two, kind of every other round.
Okay.
'Cause it's an uneven.
Now I can move 40 feet. So
Oh, so you can move 2 squares.
okay.
Or yeah, or use the ruler and kind of approximate it if it's like a diagonal or 1 over, 1 up kind of thing. But yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like here, like 20 feet would be right here.
Okay, that's cool.
So I'm actually going to pull out my hand crossbow, which should still be like have my band of castigation on it, my like fire ability from
Okay.
the last session. So I'm within 30 feet now, right? Or she's like up in the air.
Yeah, she's about 40 feet off the ground now.
Got it. So I'm not 30 feet from her. I'm more than that.
Right. I suck at trigonometry, but she's
Okay, never
80
mind.
squared plus
I
B
still
squared.
have my longbow. And just making sure there's nothing else I can do here if I have any. Yeah, just gonna shoot her
Okay.
with my longbow. Dude,
Wow.
What? Dude, it's
I'm
weird,
bringing
right?
the wood
happened
tonight.
Dude, me and Will has rolled like 3 crits and I've rolled 2.
Wait, the
Can you-
chances of that happening are.
Can you give some of that to Sparkle, please?
Please. Yeah.
Unless
we
he's
need the
trying
fireball
to resist
desperately.
grapple, then we don't want him to do that.
She's up in the air. She's inside the
Good point.
skull. This time, your arrow hits her in the face.
Oh, I love it. Let's hope the damage correlates.
Hey Dan, not to interrupt.
It doesn't.
Whenever we get a sec, I need like 20 seconds to switch my sound because my AirPods keep shutting off and I have to put them in my fucking charging case for 1 second and then they turn back on.
I do that in the end.
I
of my
thought I
work
figured
day.
it out, but I didn't.
Yeah, no, that's cool. All right.
Just 9 damage.
Okay. Yeah, the arrow literally hits her in the head, and her head snaps back, and she yanks this arrow out, and throws it to the ground, and staring right at you.
Oh my god. I'm getting some aggro. I'm pulling aggro. I'm such a
You're
noob hunter.
You're chipping away though, man. You've been like
Typical. Probably a night elf.
We got no choice. You got to keep
The
doing it.
noob hunter.
I'll be a Worgen hunter.
I'm gonna give him a
all right.
potion.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot at her again. 18
Alright.
to hit.
This arrow bounces off of the dragon skull that she's flying in.
Whoa. So you hit with a 19 and obviously 20. You miss with an 18.
Oh my god.
That's
So
disastrous.
I have to roll a 9 or better to hit her. Wow. Okay.
It's amazing we got all the damage we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God for Spargle.
Yeah, who's been fucking out of commission. Wake the fuck up. Let's go.
if I can roll something other than a 4 and a 5.
All right, Ragnar, it's your turn.
All right. So between the last turn and now, I would have been, looking at Spargle. What do I notice about this slave crown that's on his head?
Still there. He's still struggling against you and just kind of snarling at you, trying to get away.
Nice.
So how does it?
So it's almost like
Grew out of
antlers. They're growing. They like pierced out of his skin, and there's like these rusty iron hooks or spikes coming out of this top of his skull.
Okay.
You could
so-
probably rip it off if you like took his skull with it.
Yeah. No. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, it ain't a
like the-
baseball cap. You can't just
like
take it
the-
off.
I didn't know if it was just like it would have had some scars.
That's gonna leave a mark.
No, that's gonna be bad. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. You just reminded me of this punch, and I forgot. So when Deckard hit her, how much damage you do, Deckard? 9?
9.
9 damage. But I hit her on the
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
I wanna tie Spargle up, but then if I do that, he's not gonna be able. If he does break out, then he's not gonna be able to untie himself. So I want to go help everybody, but then we won't have Spargle anyway. So what I would like to do, can I walk with him? Maybe one space, or
Yes,
since I have
you
that
can.
thing Juniper
Yeah.
gave me.
No, yes, you can. So you aren't restricted by the terrain. And you can move. Your speed is halved. So it's still halved because you're moving him. It's not quartered because it's not half of a half because of the difficult terrain. So you're moving at half speed if you're dragging Sparkle with you.
Okay, so can I move one space?
What's your movement?
25.
25. Yeah, you could move. Yeah, you could move a
All right.
space.
So
Two.
assume Sparkle and I are in that space.
Yeah, you can kind of like at this point you can stack. I'm gonna move him on top of you. Like, here, I can do some DME things. There you go.
Okay. That's all I'm going to do, because if I do anything else, we won't have him if he breaks out.
And you're right next to Juniper now. Juniper, do you have to concentrate on that wind wall? No, you don't. So, oh no, you do. So you're So Juniper, you're still concentrating on this wind wall, which is like Deckard. You're kind of like really close to it, but you're good. And Baba Lysaga kind of went. It pushed her because she couldn't come towards you and Ragnar. She's kind of now had to go up and over, which is kind of why she's at where she's at now. It's your turn.
Okay, so haven't used this spell before either, but let me know if I'm doing anything wrong with it. So Juniper is looking pretty nervous. The damage that we're doing really doesn't seem to be doing all that much to Pablo Saga. And Sparkle has been out of commission for almost the entire fight, and Thoradin's starting to look nervous. So she casts.
Says who?
I mean, you look like a nervous dwarf. So she casts Conjure Animals, and she, let's see, does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 riding horses appear, and the wind
Oh
wall goes
boy,
down.
Deckard's gonna be fucking. He's gonna have stars in his eyes.
Wait, so you said 6 riding horses?
6 riding horses. It says I should be able to do 8 beasts of challenge rating a 4th or lower, and a riding horse is a 4th.
Deckard's gonna be too distracted to attack his next turn. No
I'm
more
with you
crits.
So you
Just
can
gonna be
do.
petting the horses. That's gonna be my move.
The hind
You put the
quarters on
horses,
this
but
one.
let's escape.
Wait,
I have a
you
sack
you
of
said
apples.
eight of them, right? Is that what you said?
I keep
I'm
just in
gonna
case.
summon enough for our party.
Oh, okay, but it could have been up to 8, right?
Yeah, I could have been up to 8.
You look hungry, bud. Come on, eat some apples.
All right, hold on. I'm just getting caught up here.
Yeah, I mean, totally in character would be you feed the horses instead of doing your attack.
Forget about it.
Well, hopefully
Right.
someone uses their action to give Juniper a boost because I'm only 2 feet tall.
It's not the size of the fight in the dog. I mean, it's the size of the. You
Gotta
get
be
a good
your
look. You get a good look at your butcher by sticking your head up his ass, but.
I ate a lot of paint chips as a kid. Why?
All right, so we got fucking Seattle Slew, fucking American Patriot. Who else? American Pharaoh. Who else we got?
Chesterfield.
I'm sure one for the money has been a horse name at some point. Or
He's naming them already. That's awesome.
Salt and Pepper.
This one, cherry.
All
This
right,
one,
so
lollipop.
Juniper, so Juniper kind of it just like the wind wall dissipates, the wind dies down, the swamp that was like swirling around settles back down as Juniper starts casting this other spell, and then this is like Atreyu from
Never ending story.
Never ending story. These riding horses, very similar to the one that Deckard came in on, suddenly start like emerging out of the swamp, and they kind of come rising up. Oddly, though, they all look partially undead, which Juniper you didn't even expect. They have like
What?
couple of them have one white eye and one regular eye. Some of them are missing some of their flesh, and you can see their bones through it. But they seem friendly, and they are responding to you though, Juniper. So they're not evil or aggressive. They just look somewhat dead. But they're functional, and they rise up out of the swamp, and there's now 6 horses standing around you.
Juniper, I didn't know you were a necromancer.
I have no response for that.
Neither did I.
What in the Sam Hill?
Juniper, she'd probably
Sam Hill.
shout
These
out
ain't
something
horses.
to her companions. Quick, let's run. Let's go. She makes her way towards a horse.
You still have your movement and object interaction. So if you want to, scurry over to the horse closest to you and get up on it, you can.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, picture in my mind how something 2 feet tall would get onto a horse.
I mean, you summoned a bunch of dead horses, and now you're worried about getting on them?
You
Yeah,
can't
I
tell
mean,
us
if
to
I knew
kneel?
we were gonna raise out of the ground, I would have positioned myself on the
You
ground
should've
above it.
You should have summoned the
And
fucking step stool, too.
Yeah, I know.
Tell the horse to kneel.
No, I would say you could get on a horse. You're
Okay,
good.
excellent.
Yep. Okay, so I will say you're on a horse there. All right. Anything else you're gonna do?
No, that's it.
Looks
Sorry,
like we're
are you
losing
kitchen?
the druid. Adam, did you change your headset, your headphones?
I'm good.
You'll have to see it.
No, I don't love to see it. Because I have my AirPods and I don't understand what the problem is.
We've talked about this.
No, it's ridiculous.
It's Discord, man. Discord is
Why does it happen
Not-
to my brother?
because he's all teched out.
He's
bro.
using
I mean,
older AirPods than I am. I shut off all my Bluetooth devices. I was like, oh, maybe like my iPad picks it up if I go to the bathroom, or I shut all my Bluetooth shit off. It still does it. And it's
about
not
the
like they're
car?
dying, but all I have to do is I pop them out of my ears, I put them back in the case, pull them back out, and they
Resets,
work again
yeah.
for like 20 minutes. I'm about to buy a fucking wired headset like it's 1997.
It does drive me nuts.
It's just so stupid.
So after these horses emerge from the swamp, Baba Saga looks over towards you, Juniper, and she looks down and she says, "Oh, you know what? I've never had the pleasure of wiping out the last of a race. You'll be the first, and the next will be the Were-Ravens." And she pulls back and
Later, babe.
God.
Later, babe.
See it, babe.
Gordon and Alaric, you've been around Sparkle enough that you can kind of tell what she's doing with these hand motions as you see this small molten rock start to form in her hand as it
Oh,
starts to
no.
grow and grow, and she throws it, and it grows quite a bit as an enormous fireball.
Oh, the dead kids. The dead kids are getting PTSD.
Oh no.
Oh, Bubba, no. Oh, Bubba, no. You got shot. That's Dan Crocus. He says that all the time. I gotta give him credit for that.
Oh, Bubba, no.
He got
Oh,
shot.
That's probably
Oh,
from me beating it into
Jesus
his head over
Christ.
the years.
All right, fair enough.
All right, this is not great.
Uh-oh.
This
When
is
the
not
DM
great.
says that,
Yeah,
good.
that's not a good
Oh,
sign.
This isn't
My
good.
God.
All right. So Spargle, Ragnar, Deckard, and Juniper, and all the horses need to make a dexterity savings throw.
I'm not part of this,
You are not.
Bro, me and you gotta get out of here.
bro.
And
22 for me.
It's lit AF up in here.
we gotta join the Oakland A's spring training club and just see if we can.
Dan, what do I
Because-
click on to just have my modifier added?
I think if you just click on your dexterity box.
Where it says +2 or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Does all the math for you. It's very nice.
Oh, that's Sal. That might have just saved your life, Sal.
Probably. Hopefully, anyway.
Did you roll it? That was a D20.
Yeah, I clicked on the button. On the
20.
deck button.
Oh, 20 plus 2. Yeah, that might have just saved your life.
I think we all
Might
rolled pretty
might
well.
have.
Amber, did you roll? Oh,
Amber.
18.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
I rolled eight.
that's a lot of high
Yeah.
rolling on those
So
saves.
22, 20, 18, 22.
I have a
1,
feeling
2,
there's
3,
something wrong
4.
with this is a lot of high numbers, man. This is like
All right,
I've
but
counterbalanced it for the night.
let's not fix it right now. yeah,
We've
Sparkle's
seen,
definitely balanced.
we've seen bad ones too. All right, hold on. Don't get too excited yet.
You're all still dead.
Right.
That's what Dan's trying to say. Doesn't matter what you roll, you're fucking dead.
I think
Okay.
the two. Yeah.
So all of you take 15 damage, fire damage. All of the riding horses, including the one you're sitting on, Juniper, disintegrate.
Turn well used. Excellent.
It's the thought that counts.
Hey, you
Where's
tried.
these guys?
It's okay, Juniper. I've done a lot with my turns.
Yeah, you all take 15 fire damage.
Do I make a save for taking damage while under that?
Wait, didn't you already? You didn't save?
Yeah,
No.
no, I'm talking about for my cuckoo-ness.
No.
No. All right. It's only if she gets damaged.
Is there any horse meat on the floor?
Oh, hold on. Wait, that's a good question, Punch. Hold on one second.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Yeah. No. Yep.
if it was
No,
like
just
a
at
Black
the
Widow
end.
on, you know.
Yeah.
My
No.
turn.
Just at
Well,
the end of your
go ahead.
turn, you get a save at the end of your turn.
I do.
Yeah. But that's it. Okay. And then Yep. And then she
Probably runs, right? She's probably scared.
No, but she kind of like flies over like this way a little bit. Oh, her skull does. Yeah, she kind of moves over here. She's still about 30 feet off the ground, and that's it for her. Alark.
Okay. How you said 30 feet off the ground?
Yeah. Yep. She's about 30 feet off the ground.
Does anyone have a grappling hook?
You're the rope guy, man. That's your department.
Anybody know what this music's from?
300? It's just a
It's
guess.
actually the Grateful Dead. It's called the Apocalypse Now sessions from the Apocalypse Now movie. So
Really?
I think it's so awesome for this sort of scene.
Well, I don't know. So where do I have to get? If she's 30 feet off the ground, how far do I need to move up to be able to throw something at her without disadvantage? I guess I can move 2 squares. Does that put me close enough?
I'd say yeah. If you're just 1 square away from her,
You
the
think
way
that's
the angle were. I'll give it to you.
yeah, right, because like the distance would be halved or something. So okay.
Right.
All right. So Lark's gonna trudge through the landscape and let out another scream for help to Kavan, and cast his rage again because I didn't use it last time because I didn't hit anything. So this will be my third charge.
Dude, that is very cool. I didn't even know about this. Francis Ford asked him to do it and everything. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know about this.
It's really cool to do it sometime. So you got a 7 again, Adam?
Yeah. So again, this is kind of like what everybody saw before when I said it was flowers, but it wasn't really flowers. You just see this just blood rage throughout Alaric, and it almost like he's like stomping the ground and everything's shaking.
That's how I see it.
Right,
like
I cast Quake, right?
Yes.
I
think that's spot on.
Again, it just makes difficult terrain in the vicinity. And then I'm just gonna don't know what the hell else to do, but I'm gonna keep chucking javelins. Yeah. There you go. 9 to hit.
And you're keeping track of them?
Yep. So I have 3 left.
Okay. Yeah, that one misses.
That's it
for you.
All
right. Spargle, you're grappled, which is good because she can't command you to make a melee attack, but you get to make your wisdom savings throw.
Seriously.
Jesus Christ. It's balancing out. Everybody else is stealing all those good rolls, so it's, I'm telling you, law of averages.
How many is that? Like 5, 6 in a row?
At least 4. Thoradin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move a little bit closer to Baba Yaga. And we're half still, right?
Yeah, I'd say you can get to the other side of Alaric if you want, though.
Like there?
Yeah.
All right. Can I?
And now she's like almost straight above you, about 30 feet off the ground.
All right. I would like to throw. Can I use my Tavern Brawler to improvise a weapon to throw at her?
Yeah.
So what's on the floor around me? Is there any rocks, stones?
All the above. Sticks, rocks, like driftwood looking, soggy swamp wood, that kind of stuff.
All right, I'm gonna Oh, Divine Smite is strictly a melee ability. All right. All right, you know what? I'm going to pick up the biggest rock that I feel like I could make the throw with. And I'll throw it. I'm going to throw it at Baba Lysaga.
Okay. Are you using Tavern Brawler Strike? Is that what you're using?
Yeah. 14 plus 6.
All right. So the rock hits her.
Cool. 6 damage.
Okay. She had been like kind of floating around and looking more over at Juniper and kind of smirking at all the burnt dead horses that are just sinking back into the muck and then you smack her in the side of the face with a rock. It kind of like catches her off guard. She wasn't paying attention, and she looks over at you. And you said it did 6?
Does that break the concentration on Sparkle?
Thank you for
Probably
reminding me.
not.
No.
Ugh.
So I get an extra attack whenever you take the attack action on your turn. So
Yep.
I'll pick up another rock and just gonna let it rip.
Okay.
That's a 21
That also hits.
and 6 damage.
There you go.
Roll counts.
Come here, you saggy old wench! This dwarf wants a piece of you!
All right, Deckard, it's your turn.
I could smell your ass from over here!
How does she look? Can we tell? Does she look?
Sexy.
Oh,
Besides sexy.
Pissed. It's hard to tell. You only see the upper quarter of her sticking out of this skull. She doesn't seem to be losing her will to fight. She's singed. She's got holes in her. She's got a bruise on the face from some rocks. I mean, she's banged up, but she didn't look that great, when she was fresh.
So,
fresh.
man, we gotta take this chick out.
Yeah, it's getting bad,
Yes, we
man.
do.
We need Spargle. We really need him.
That's what we need. Can Ragnar yell something to Deckard?
Yes.
Deckard, can you try to shoot her with an arrow that has some sort of a toe to it, so we can try to pull her down from that stupid bathtub?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Since you've been hitting her in the face, we need to get her on the ground.
I
Even
don't
if
know
you-
what- That's a good idea, Ragnar.
Adam, what you eating? Popcorn? Yeah, popcorn.
I have 50 feet of rope.
Oh,
Is
I
that
love
enough
rope.
to get to her?
If it's not, move closer.
This is interesting.
We gotta get her on the fucking
I would
ground.
say you have to move.
Well, how? Okay, so I guess my question would be, so I can move like one space, I guess 2, because I got 40 feet.
Yeah, I'm good with you. I would say close enough to hit her from now where you're at. She's 25, 30 feet up in the air. It's like you're standing at the end of your driveway and looking at the top of your roof. That's kind of
Got
like
it.
the.
Okay.
Everybody
you're-
heard that. So
Your call, Dan. What is it going to cost me to get a rope tied around an arrow?
I would say, yeah, you could. If you're not going to use 2 attacks, if you're going to move, use your interaction to tie the thing and you get 1 shot. That's your turn.
Okay. I'll do that then. So I'm going to
before he
take one
shoots,
shot.
before he shoots,
So
Are you shooting at the skull or at her?
I'm
No one's
shooting
targeted the skull. They've all targeted her, for the record.
Say that again.
Everyone has anything you guys have done. You were targeting her so far. No one has tried to target the skull itself. So, are you shooting the arrow trying to hit her, or hitting it into the bottom of the skull? That's relevant to me.
I'm gonna try and fire this thing and pierce the bottom of the skull.
Okay, got it.
Deckard, tie the rope on the other end to some part of your body in case you miss, so we don't lose the rope.
I don't know. That's Dan's call.
That might be a little too much. And we're talking like again, this is like 6 seconds worth of time. So
Yeah.
pull out
So
an
I
arrow.
sleight-handed.
You're
So
you're real quick. Yep.
Yep. So, boom, I tie a knot on the arrow and I shoot. Comes down to watch me roll a 1.
Oh yeah, that's how this works, right? Fucking rope is just gone. That's it.
I have more.
No.
A 15.
Yeah.
Well, that might hit the
Well,
skull.
that's
Maybe
to hit
If
the skull,
15, it hits
not
the
to hit
skull.
her.
So it sticks into the skull.
Nice.
So you rope up this arrow, you fire it off, you see it thunk into the skull, and you grab it with your left arm, the end of the rope.
going for a ride,
I
Deckard.
love it.
Right? Ragnar
Yeah,
does a
I
little
do.
dwarf
If I can do
dance.
that, I'm grabbed on to that rope. Like I'm hanging on.
All right.
Ragnar's
your turn, though.
screaming.
Awesome.
I don't want to
Oh,
wake my
God.
kid, but Ragnar is screaming right now.
And it's your turn, Ragnar. So
Oh, okay. So Ragnar is just screaming with jubilation and the amazing shot by the cowboy. What was I going to say? Can I use second wind whilst holding him?
I think so. Yeah.
right.
Let me
Double
double
check
check
it.
what you just did.
Because I don't want to let him go in case he's going to like start using spells on us.
Yeah. Second wind is almost just like you going, "Whew, let's go." You know what I mean?
okay.
You don't have to do anything with your hands. It's just you going, a little adrenaline and give you a surge. So
All
go
right,
ahead
so
and
I
roll
got
a
really
D-
chubbed up from seeing that shot, and I was just super jubilated, and I was like, yes! And I just used second wind.
and that's just your bonus action. So roll your D10 plus you click on it or whatever.
So 13, I guess I get back.
13, yeah. There you go. There you go.
So that's cool. Feeling great. And I don't want to let my friend go, so I'll maybe take one more step. And I'm going to move a little bit away from Juniper in case she does that AoE shit.
There you go.
If I go right there. And that'll be it for me.
Okay. Very nice. And it is Juniper's turn.
Okay, so Juniper is distraught at the loss of her extremely ugly horses. And she's feeling pretty angry. She doesn't have a lot that she can do. Give me just one moment. So she's going to move forward. And she's going to try to call lightning, 3rd level.
Yes. This is what I pay to see.
All right.
Just before you roll and stuff, let me just double check this. So you'll be rolling with disadvantage, or
I rolled a 9, so I don't think I'm going to hit anyway.
yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. What is this range? Oh no. What the fuck am I talking about? No, you have 120 foot range on it, so you're good there. Wait, I don't think you need to roll anything. This isn't a spell attack. This is a save from her. So yeah, you're within range. The radius is 60 feet, so you're good there. Storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder, 10 feet tall, with a 60-foot radius centered on the point. So you're kind of pointing it at her, which is up in the air, which is probably a good thing because you don't want to, blast all your friends.
Yeah.
So you're
Which
kind
I
of
definitely thought
blasting.
about.
Yep. So you call, yeah. So no, this is good. You're calling lightning now. So she just has to make a dexterity 14 save.
Yep.
Okay. No, you're all good. You have like right above, there's all this dust and clouds and or fog and shit. But right above, as the group had seen you do before, some of the like higher the actual clouds, not the fog, start to like coalesce above her, and then lightning starts blasting out. She rolled a natural 20.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but does that just have the damage?
Let me
Yeah.
double check that.
Yeah, it does. So you can still roll 3d10.
All right. So 7. Oh, wait,
You
a
might,
disadvantage.
hold
right?
on, you might no. You might get another d10 because you're casting it outdoors in stormy conditions. If you're outdoors in stormy conditions, you know what? I'm not going to say it's stormy, but no, you don't have to roll with
Because
disadvantage.
the crocus.
But she saved, so it's half that. But yeah, no, that worked. So you called down this cloud right above her. Electrical strike came down and blasted her. Is anything else you can do, Juniper?
No.
Okay. So why don't we take a break? Will had to go. Matt, I think you want a 5-minute break to get some food and stuff. We got the Nightmare Crocus picture. You guys want to come back in like 5 minutes, take a break, go do some shit?
Yeah, I would like to get a snack.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna keep
Sounds
eating
good.
popcorn.
It'll be Baba's turn when we get back.
Cool.
Ponch, I don't mind. I appreciate actually you calling me out on things that if I miss them and stuff. So by all means, like the concentration saves. I mean, you know how it is. There's
Dude, I get it. You're balancing and juggling a million things.
none of it. None of it is ever like an intentional miss. It's just
Oh, dude, I know.
yeah. So I don't mind at all. Just keep reminding me. We'll all get better at this.
No, that's cool. I appreciate it. I wouldn't call it out if I felt like you were, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not being.
Yep. No, I actually appreciate it. In fact, I was going to talk to you. I don't know if I did talk to you, but I was thinking about this idea of, since we have so many players in this group, it's a lot to manage. I was thinking about having like you or Will kind of help me kind of be like a rules steward. You know what I mean? Like, cause you guys are really good about like the mechanics of the game and stuff, and just kind of be there to kind of like, as I'm DMing, you can kind of help keep the flow going by correcting me or checking things or running stuff,
It's likewise if you just want us to like, if you just want to like kind of like if you're doing something and want us to look stuff up, we can too.
Yeah, I noticed you've done that a few times where you just kind of like pick up on that and just like go look at something while I'm over here, and then I'm good with all that.
Like I forgot what the concentration check was, and so I looked it up. I'm like, I couldn't remember if it was just a DC 10, but it's actually a Constitution DC 10.
Yeah, it's bad enough I don't pay attention to concentration just from maintaining one spell over another. Like Juniper's you know how a druid goes. All their spells are concentration.
Exactly.
They're more like I'm doing this over here, and then I'm doing this over here.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about when you take damage while you're concentrating, it can break it. So yeah. And this has just been just a shit roll of dice for you to break out of this thing. This was not supposed to be this. This part of it wasn't that intense, but
I feel bad too for one, that I'm not helping at all the group, and two, like Ragnar too. I'm like burning his turns too. You know what I mean? So I feel like if I could just roll decently.
Well, if we could pull her out of the sky and just Zerg rush her.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Zerg rush.
I want the big guy to get in there.
Everybody excited for the last 45 minutes of this campaign?
Yeah.
You guys have the hot dice right now. That'll work.
We'll be all right.
Black one in the afterlife.
I still have a boatload of health, so she hasn't touched me yet.
Are you guys about to die for real?
Hey,
Oh.
Crocus, do you recognize this music yet? I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a couple minutes. All right. Now that everybody's back too, or most everybody's back, I'm gonna keep moving this along. Babala Saga. She hears and sees that arrow kind of thunk into the bottom of the skull, and she looks down at Deckard, who's holding it. She looks a little concerned, and she turns at the group of you, and she says, so you fools want to invade my swamp, my home. You want to see my home? I'll show it to you. And she turns around and she puts her hands up and she starts chanting something.
I don't like this.
Seconds later, you guys hear this kind of like what sounds almost like the earth, like a huge chunk of the earth just sort of like bubbling up, like just and just like this kind of gurgling sound. This really a ton of bass, right?
What new devilry is this?
Bass, gurgling sound. And in the distance,
here come the ads.
Here come the ads.
Wait, hold on a second. I don't know how to use this stupid program.
We gotta bring her down.
You see a hut. I don't know. Did I show this to you guys? Yeah, Adam, you want to zoom that in if you can? You see what looks like a hut, an old dilapidated hut with a bright green glow coming from the base of it, but it's a hut built on top of what looks like an old giant dead tree, as big as maybe like a redwood or something. It has these big, long root structures and stuff, but the root structures are walking towards you like these huge, giant legs, and you see this massive structure, a house on legs. This hut is literally just smashing through the swamp towards you guys. Baba Lasaga's hut has entered the fray.
Great.
Oh, sweet.
How do you kill a hut?
Yeah, yeah.
You choke it with a chain.
That's yeah.
I was setting you up
Well
for that.
done.
I knew somebody was gonna say it.
Yeah, yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, "How do you kill a hut?" He said, "You choke it with a chain."
It was well done. Well done.
I knew one of you would jump on that.
Like now we gotta fight buildings. Like
Yeah.
like
It's like StarCraft.
come on, man.
All right, Alaric, it's your turn. That's what you saw out at the edge of the swamp. Excuse me. The edge of the swamp where Baba Lasaga had flown from.
Naxxramas, yeah.
Now you see,
So we got that going for us.
Naxxramas on legs, tromping towards you through the swamp.
At least that's not flying.
Awesome.
This crazy bitch on a friggin' dragon skull wasn't enough. We need
Just
a
remember-
giant hut.
Sparkle, do your thing. Light
Remember
it on fire.
The cable. Remember the cable.
Maybe there's kids in there.
Use your orc strength.
The kids are in the pen.
Maybe there's children in there.
He's got to roll higher than a 6. I mean, come on.
There could be kids in there.
Yeah, that'll get in the roll of 20.
Yeah. Tough crowd around here, man.
Wait, Dan, I got a question for you. It's been 6. How many rounds has it been for me? Has it been a minute, in other words?
Ooh.
That'd have been 10 rounds.
Is it 10 rounds?
No. It's surprisingly, it's round. No, I haven't done this right.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. I don't need it.
We're only about at the 4th round at this point. We got so many people.
Good to go.
But thank you, Punch. I will pay attention to that.
He's the timekeeper.
I've got at least,
I'll give you Spargle. I think you're close to right. You're gonna have if you don't pass the save on this time, I think that's a minute that's gone by.
Okay.
Good.
Adam, I would say you're closest to Baba Lasaga, who's up in this thing. There's the hook and the rope hanging down. Deckard's holding onto it. She spun around, yelled at you guys. This creeping hut came out of the thing. You could tell she looks like she's about half health.
Okay. And the rope is in Deckard's hand?
Yeah, he's holding onto it with his left hand. He fired it off. It hit into the bottom of this dragon skull that she's riding around on. He's got one grip, one hand on it right now.
Okay. And how high up is she now?
Still 25, 30 feet off the ground.
All right. Then Alark's just gonna try to throw another javelin at her.
Okay.
And as he throws it, he's gonna say, "Death to Strahd."
Ooh, I like
27.
Ooh, I was
24 to hit.
I was gonna. You know what? Roll again. I'm gonna give you advantage on this right now because she's being held because of the rope is holding her steady for you to hit. So go ahead and roll again in case you get that was a hit, but roll again in case you get it.
18.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Um,
It's almost like Deckard, you throw the javelin, and Deckard seems to know to like kind of like he puts a little tension on the
Like
the
a
rope.
kite.
Yeah, just to spin it enough that the spear hits her again, and she lets out another one of her cackles.
It's a team effort.
Anything else?
Well, so can I throw a second spear in this situation? Because of
You get another attack.
I do, right? I mean, but I just don't know how that works with like grabbing an item and throwing it. Like, is that just like a natural?
No, yeah. You've got them ready to go. You can grab another one and throw it again if you have a second attack.
Yes. No, I do. I've done nothing, and I mean, I have extra attack as a barbarian.
Yep. No,
You're
good. Yep.
It's just okay.
Javelins are like arrows. You've got them ready to go. You can fire 2 off if you have an extra attack.
So 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
10 damage. Oh wow.
10 damage.
That's max damage.
Chipping her away, man. Just chipping away.
And that's it. And I did take. I'm down to 1 javelin. So I've been doing that.
Thank God.
All right, Spargle. There's nothing you can do. Although this has worked out in a way that you aren't attacking your teammates, at least, because Ragnar's had you kind of in a headlock for the last couple minutes. But you can roll your wisdom save. See if you break out of it. Which kind of doesn't matter because I'm going to call it the minute, even if you don't. Hey! So finally, Spargle, I don't know, he's starting to like lose consciousness or his breath because Ragnar's holding him so tight. He almost starts to go blue. And Ragnar, you look down and you see his eyes roll back down and meet yours. And you can see that moment at which his consciousness sort of comes back and you guys, lock stares and you can tell it's him again.
What did I do?
Those little spikes go back into his head. Now you've got these little weird like little holes around your head now that kind of look fucked up. But Spargle says, hey, what happened? What did I do? Ragnar, you can let him go if you want. He's himself again.
Ragnar pats him on the shoulder and says, "Welcome back, lad."
What did I do? What happened?
You swung your little stick at me, and the old bitch made you grow horns, and I've been holding you for a while. We need your fire though because she's pretty dangerous.
Okay. Sorry for hitting you.
No problem.
All right.
Okay, so that's your turn. Now you guys see this this massive hut moving towards you.
Oh no.
So it's like it doesn't seem to be super intelligent. It just seems to be coming towards Baba Lysaga, like almost like a summoned like dog who's just running towards its owner. And it sees Alaric and Deckard and Thoradin kind of on both sides, and it's walking on a number of these roots these roots, and two of the roots come up out of the ground. And they have these enormous boulders in their arms as one goes flying and then another goes flying. One comes at Deckard and the other comes at Alaric. 26 to Deckard and a 15 to Alaric.
26 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Wow.
What did you say? 15? Or
Yes.
Does not hit.
All right. This will be bludgeoning damage.
Hang on. Actually, well, shoot. Never mind. Never mind.
Do you have a reaction you want to use or something?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say.
If you can use a reaction, that's legit. Blood Curse of the Eyeless?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if he's within 60 feet though.
No, he's not.
Yeah, so never mind.
Yeah, because I measured it and I had to roll. He's more like 90, 80, 90 feet. All right, so you good?
Yeah, that hits me.
24 damage.
Deckard
Damn.
dies.
Bludgeoning damage. You don't die. You go unconscious, right?
Yeah, Deckard goes unconscious.
Jesus.
All right, so this huge rock, like two of these rocks come out. One goes flying towards Alaric, who kind of ducks out of the way, and it funks into the swamp and starts to sink into the ground. Deckard's kind of looking over to Alaric like, whew, thank God he missed that. And then he gets hit from the right side with his, and it just smashes him into the ground, and the boulder is still on him as he looks completely lifeless. His body is sinking into the swamp with this huge boulder on top of him, right next to you, Thornton. Wait, does the aura do anything?
+2 on just savings throws, but I don't
Okay.
think it does like for like armor class or anything like that.
Yep. All right, so Deckard goes down. So Deckard, you now are. Do you know how this works? Or Punch, can you help me here? I forget. You're
Death saves.
It's just
Death
on
saves.
his turn. It's death saves. He's just making
Yep.
rolls.
So for everybody else, Deckard's sort of like bleeding out. He's unconscious and he's starting to die.
Oh my god.
And he's starting to die.
But it doesn't. He doesn't have to make his first save until it's his turn again, though.
Right.
Okay. And okay, that's what the hut does. And Thoradin, it's your turn. You just saw this happen. You're just standing there, and these rocks went on both sides of you, and you saw Lark dodge one. And you looked over at Deckard and just watched him get like planted into the mud.
I do have a potion of healing.
Can't you cast healing spells?
I can. I should probably cast the spell first before I use a potion. But I was just seeing if I could squeeze a bonus action to heal.
I think there's more to administering a potion to somebody that's unconscious as well. I don't think
it takes an action. I don't know what that means. If they're if they're unconscious, I don't know if that makes a difference.
What's the question?
Administering a potion to an unconscious person.
You can do that. Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. You can just pour it down their throat, and that stops them from that heals them, which would bring them conscious.
All right, I'm gonna use lay on hands.
That works too.
On Deckard. So I look down at Deckard and well, cowboy, it looks like I have to bail you out again. As he's just fucking bleeding out. Just bleeding. So I go over to him and I kneel down. I put my hand on his forehead. I gently remove his cowboy hat and I put my hand on his forehead.
Stroke back his hair.
And then you hear the intro music for Brokeback Mountain.
So then I just run my fingers. I just run my fingers over his forehead a little bit, and then I like grab his ear and I do like I do one of these to his ear. No, all right.
Hey,
so,
baby.
You
laying
out.
Rub his feet a little bit.
Yeah, right. The whole 9 yards. Just the whole
Getting
works.
in there.
Treatment with Thornton.
Yeah, then I blow him a little bit. All right, so
All right.
Okay, now it's weird. Now it's weird. Put my hand on his.
Yet?
Put my hand on his forehead. I close my eyes and I mumble something. You can't hear what I'm mumbling. You can't, but you see my beard moving and you see my mouth moving. And all of a sudden, my hand glows with a bright light, and the warmth of life returns to Deckard's body for 16 health.
There you go.
So you get 16 points of health back, Deckard, and after that, I open my eyes and I give you a little slap on the cheek, and I go, "All right, cowboy, up and at him."
Deckard snaps to and goes, "What in the Sam hell?" He looks at Thornton. He's like, "Pull Iron Man McCree here. You didn't kiss me here, did you? Did you kiss me?"
Oh, maybe go ask the big guy over there. And then I
What's
wink to
happening?
Lark.
Oh, Deckard's a terrible name for a cowboy.
So Deckard comes up, and is pushes the rock off to the side and is now conscious and getting himself up. Actually, you'll need to stand up on your next turn, but obviously the rope you were holding onto is now just dangling directly underneath the skull. It's still stuck into it. But it is your turn. I think you'll have to take you use your movement to get back up. Okay.
I actually can. I think Thunderous Smite is a bonus action.
Okay.
And the range on it is.
So that's paired with a melee attack.
That's what I
right?
see. That
So,
I
so
see
it's
that
sort of
now,
like
yeah.
you attack and then
Yeah.
you use your bonus action
Right.
to add a little extra oomph to it. So it's not its own thing.
I see. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I see that. Yes, I literally think that's. I could Misty Step. I'm not going to do that. I could Hunter's Mark. I could Shield of Faith.
Does Hunter's Mark just buff damage for you?
Yeah.
Can you give Deckard armor?
Oh, Doug's corrected me actually, and he's right. So you could use your bonus action now to kind of charge yourself up, and then the next time you attack, it would trigger.
Oh shit! Really?
Thanks, Doug.
Doug, coming in hot.
And you could, but you're now concentrating on that.
I would lose the last thing that I was concentrating on.
Right, but so you're concentrating on that for a minute. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So as I finish healing Deckard, I get up and I go deep into thought, and I clutch my holy symbol, even though it doesn't say that, but that's me concentrating. I'm speaking to my deity. I lose my focus on my Shield of Faith spell that was buffing me with the +2 armor class. So I do lose that.
Right.
So I'll remove that from my character sheet. So I'm now concentrating, getting ready to cast a Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
And then I'm done.
So as long as you connect a hit in the next minute, you'll add it. Okay. Cool. Deckard, you are up. This rock hit you in the head. Thornton got you back up. You push the rock up. I assume you're going to stand back up.
Yeah. So I stand up. So that uses my movement.
Yeah.
And where's the rope?
Directly under the skull. So like right under that.
So hang on. So like Deckard
is like definitely looks a little wigged out by like just almost dying. So like, he kind of stands up and kind of like nods at Thornton. You know, his hat's on the ground. He just looks. You don't see him without his hat often. And he starts. Hang on.
Hey, Mario.
He starts wigging out a little bit, and like he starts to like kind of curl up and like writhe in a little bit of pain, and suddenly like hair starts popping up everywhere.
Oh no!
Here we go.
His clothes are starting to rip a little bit, and
Oh no!
We've
Hulk.
got a Hulk.
transforms
We got a
into-
Hulk.
He goes full Teen Wolf.
Full team.
Yep, full Teen Wolf. And then like there's like a poof of smoke.
When's the
Oh,
best?
He's in
no.
like a
And he
yellow
dunks the
basketball
basketball?
jersey and a yellow headband.
Nice.
It's the best movie ever.
Great.
So good.
You love to
And he
see
starts
it.
Just
doing
dunking on everyone.
backflips and like, he climbs up the rope real quick and like slam dunks. No,
Deckard's got a triple double in the first half.
so yeah,
Don't
he
forget Boo.
transforms, and so that's a
forget
bonus
Boo.
action, Dan.
Right.
But he's still got his bow, and
The
I don't-
longbow
You know,
or the
I
crossbow?
don't know if like I don't see anything where like I can't still use my weapons in this phase. So I actually still shoot twice with my longbow.
Wait, as an action, you can transform to your hybrid form.
So it's different. It's like they haven't updated the character sheet. If you go to the actual like section on D&D Beyond, they changed it, and they haven't updated my character sheet yet. So I don't know which one's right.
Well, I'll go by the rules not by the sheet, but by the rules.
So if you go to, I just put a message in D&D General. That's from the handbook or from D&D Beyond.
Okay. D&D general on Slack.
I'm sorry, in Discord.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Yep. I don't want to bog it down. I think that makes sense.
So then I'm gonna fire off 2 arrows at her with my
At her?
longbow. $26 to hit,
That's a hit.
Kick his ass, Steve ass.
11 damage,
Okay.
and then 19 to hit.
That's a miss.
Oh my gosh, you got to get a 20 or higher to hit her. Unbelievable.
I'm going for the skull. That's my next move because that seemed to.
Yeah, again, it's a lot of you specifically, Deckard, your attacks are, there's not much of her poking out of the top of the skull. You know what I mean? So there's not a lot of area to hit, and you're just hitting the skull itself.
We got to pull the skull down.
Yeah,
How's-
she's like Bowser in Super Mario World when he's in that floaty thing.
Oh, that bitch.
That bitch.
I know what
All
you're
right, so
talking
Ragnar, it's your turn. You finally don't have to hold Spargle's head anymore. Hold his hair back while, and it's your turn.
Okay, so
More
Juniper
pretty
gives
sitting.
me that thing where I could move freely.
Yeah, you're not impeded by the swamp. You're walking on top of the muddy.
So if I do
Wow.
that and I use dash, how
You can
far
move
would
your
I be
full
able to go?
double speed. 60 or what's your
25, so I would be able to go 50.
50? You go 5 squares. Yep.
All right, I want to go. Here.
Okay.
Can I grab the rope from where I am? Or did I need one more?
You're a little dude. It's right underneath her. It's so close, man. Tell me through what you're doing, and we'll see how it plays out.
Well, I imagine I would try to, because I'm so exuberant to get back into the fight. I'm gonna bull rush as fast as my little Serena Williams legs can take me, and I'm gonna just run and then just leap and try to catch the rope.
Okay. All right. I like it. Make an acrobatics check. If you pass my difficulty check, that's what'll happen.
Yahtzee.
Oh, did you roll? Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't
Well.
see. It doesn't pop up for me. I have to open it. So you leap forward and you're jumping through the air and you go to grab the rope and you just miss and land right underneath it, and kind of in the mud.
All right, but I'm under her.
You're under her. Yep.
That works.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't think it would make sense that I can do anything else.
Okay. Juniper, it's your turn.
All right. So, Juniper is going to kneel down to the ground, and she's going to press her hands to the ground in a move that has probably become kind of familiar. And she's going to use Mold Earth to make the area in front of her that she's moving through easier to pass through for herself. And that is her action.
Uh-huh.
She's going to move through that with her movement. So she has 25. So can she move to about here? Would that work?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
All right, and then for her bonus action, she is going to start making a loud chittering noise, and all of a sudden, Skirbo pops forth. And
Skirbo!
he has a 60-foot range, so
Yeah.
instead of popping up on her, he's gonna pop up, what is that, on Ragnar? No, not on Ragnar. Who's under Ulrich? Thornton?
Yep.
Okay, so he's gonna pop up right there. And let's see. So 9. And let's see. 5-foot cube, spirit looks like. Okay, so
I'd say
it's
you-
gonna restore 9 hit points to only the person on the. Or okay, so it's gonna restore 9 hit points to Thoradin, and then after that, it's gonna get to move and then continue to heal.
Okay. You guys get that?
Yeah, so Thornton, he was fine anyway, but he feels even better now.
Maybe then instead it pops up on somebody that looks a little bit more injured.
Deckard's probably the worst.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
Deckard's
it
in
pops up.
really bad shape. Probably worse than anyone, maybe ever, in many cases, they're saying.
That black one.
Yeah, but 9
Yeah.
points.
Black win.
9 points to Deckard.
Oh God.
Yep. All right, add that in. All right, are you good?
That is it.
Okay.
Thanks, Skirbo.
Did you see Deckard like when it heals him? You know when a dog like kind of like shakes their whole body, like they're shaking off. Like you kind of see him do that, kind of like.
Like they just got out of the
Shake.
swimming pool and they don't know what to do.
Yes. Right.
They're like, why is the world so heavy now?
My skull is fine.
Oh, oh God.
Yeah, you sure about that?
Yeah, you sure?
All right. So, Babala Saga, pulls the skull back a little bit higher up into the air, whips it around. She looks over at her crazy hut that's coming and doing all its thing, and she's kind of cackling. She looks really messed up, though. Like, she looks like she's now trying to reel back a little bit. But she puts her arms out, like total, like, Emperor Return of the Jedi style, and goes, and you hear her cackling something in some weird gibberish, magic language as her arms go out and massive bolts of lightning
Shoot out of her tits.
shoot out of her hands.
Same thing.
And they hit Ragnar and go through Alaric and Thornton and Deckard, just like chaining together as this blasts through all of you. And
Great.
I don't think so, Tim.
I have Dwarven Stone Man. I don't take electric damage.
Stone form.
Yeah, I have Dwarven Stone.
It was so convincing. I have Dwarven Stone Man.
I wish I'd ever heard of that.
Gerald
All right,
Stone
so-
turning it low.
All of you got, so everyone I just mentioned, Ragnar, Alaric, Thornton, and Deckard make a dexterity save.
+2 because we're in my devotion aura.
So
Oh, yeah, good call.
you
Huge.
just click on the thing under saving throws, right? Wait, what? +2?
Yeah, you get a
So-
+2 because
so we'll-
you're in his aura of,
So do I just
Protection.
roll that off
And then
the,
manually add
and then
2
just
in your head.
Okay. All right.
I roll. Wow, I needed. I rolled a 16.
I rolled a fucking...
So
8.
I rolled a 9 with his modifier.
Yeah, 8 with the modifier. Fuck this game. I'm
Yeah,
uninstalling.
I quit.
Right.
I rolled
Fucking-
a 16.
Wow.
I'm re-rolling a fucking...
Oh, the dice are broken. We're all rolling 20s.
Yeah, what idiot said that?
Until
Fucking
we have to
moron.
make us one save to not wipe the whole party. It's fine.
I'm re-rolling a tiefling bard. Fuck this.
That's right.
I'm dead.
all right,
We should
no,
all play
hold-
bards and,
hold on a
just
second.
to annoy Dan.
And
we'll
just
sing
fucking
the whole
jam
time.
out the whole time and sing? Yeah.
Spend the whole campaign in a tavern playing a set.
We'll just all be Jack Black.
While Dan slowly kills himself every session.
hold on one second.
Oh, how dead are we? Let's figure it out.
Like, this is probably not great.
Why did we just
My
leave?
favorite part about
This is probably
having
not great.
15-month-olds.
I
What
think
is
we
that?
tried to, but our horses got blasted.
What is that? Is that a piece of your hat? What is that?
No, it's my 15-month-old pulling my string through my sweatshirt. It's driving me nuts.
Mine does that too.
Oh, dude.
They pull the string all the way through.
And then you gotta fucking
I
put
gotta
it back
weave
through.
back through.
Takes like 3 hours to do it.
Yeah, you just
No,
leave
you
that shit
tie
out.
it to, take a wire coat hanger, open it up, tie it to the end of it, and use the coat hanger to push it through the other side.
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
All
I
right.
should just rip this out. Okay.
Yeah, you'll have plenty of time since we're not going to be playing D&D after tonight.
Oh
This
my
this lightning bolt comes through and is an enormous amount. Like, all of you, Spargle, even where you're at, you feel the static from it. And this white bright light, you're all blinded for a second as it just comes cracking through the 4 of them. Each of you take 43 damage.
Oh my god.
And that's lightning damage.
Alright, we still here? We still here?
Oh, it's mere flesh wound.
That's not good.
How healthy are
43?
you feeling now, Gordon?
Deckard goes unconscious.
Hey,
You know, I'm at like a third of. I've been third. You
what's
know,
81 minus 39?
why don't you just click the 43 and hit damage?
Because I had temporary hit points, so it's easier to do it this way.
I got you. Just hit the record button. You know what I'm saying?
It had been a while. It had been a while since we brought that up, so
It
it's
is
fine.
funny though how you're just like, I wonder what the record button does. You know?
Like, I can't figure this out. I'm going to install this plugin, and I'm going to get this other software. I mean, maybe I could just hit this record button. But that's probably not it.
All right. Did any of y'all suggest that?
No. For the record, no.
Okay.
All right, Alaric, it is your turn. I can hear you. I'm just gonna grab a drink.
Okay, but she went real far away, right? I mean, that's...
She's up there about 20 feet off the ground, about 40 feet away from you. Yep.
Is this where we start haggling with her for our lives? Like, listen, maybe if we leave you alone, you know.
Dude, we gotta get a few more. We need a few more arrows in her.
Couple more licks,
Hey,
right?
Matt, don't forget, you're supposed to be getting another D3 on your ability checks and attack rolls. Remember, because I spent a whole fucking turn giving you that?
Yeah, he did. He did the bolstering magic on you.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, so all I've done is throw 2 rocks at her. That's all I've done for a total of 12
but that
damage.
also would be on ability checks, like on saving throws.
Your saves.
Yeah, so for that deck save, instead of an 8, I would have did a +3 to that. It would have been 11.
Okay.
So, thank you for the reminder.
Just a reminder.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a pass, probably, right?
No, that was.
Oh no, wait, that's against her DC. What am I talking about? Yeah, never mind.
I wish.
I'm gonna start working on my new character on Hero Forge.
Hey, while you're there, make one for me too. Just make it.
Remember when I
make
made
it a
the
chick.
what is it? The
chicks seem to
the
live
brass.
longer.
I made my brass one for Hero Forge,
Yeah.
and I got it that like for Vegris, and I got it. I used it one day,
And then Doug killed you.
and then I got killed.
That's because he hates you. It's fine.
That was a good spend.
I don't like this.
Adam, what's your email? The story at Gmail. Adam.
Yeah.
Adam at. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing, Adam?
I'm trying to decide. Sorry. I don't know what that's gonna tell me.
Kill her. Make her dead. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Make her dead.
Right.
She looks bad. She looks really bad. Like she's like.
I'm gonna move.
Kinda
I'm
got
gonna
the
move.
sense
I'm gonna
that
use my
she's-
movement. Nah. And then I'm gonna throw my last javelin at her. I don't know what
The
fuck
rope
else.
is still dangling out from under
yeah,
the skull. I'll let you do the. I'm not telling you what to do.
All right, no, I know. I thought no. That's what I wanted to do last turn before she fucking teleported 100 yards away. But I don't know how all that's gonna work. Like when okay, so at this point I would have to double move to get to it, and then what does that mean for me? Grabbing
I'd give you the same deal I gave Ragnar. You make an acrobatics check. If you use your movement to get up to the skull and you succeed on an acrobatics check with my difficulty check,
I'll be
we'll see
on
how
it.
plays out.
Okay.
I would say you
All right,
grab.
then that's what I'll do. I mean, I don't have to use my full double movement, but whatever, give or take. And that's what I'm gonna try to do.
But this is all you're going to be able to do for your turn.
Hmm.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Yank her down.
You do the same thing as Ragnar. You kind of run up and you leap at this dangling rope that's like kind of wiggling back and forth from the bottom of the skull, and you just miss it and land in the mud right underneath her. Spargle, it's your turn, and you are now not a evil minion of Baba Lysaga. You are yourself.
Light her up. Please light her up.
Yes, yeah. I know it's not a real exciting thing.
Are you going to attack the skull or are you going to attack her?
Well, they're both. They're both in the range. So
The
like
blast range. Okay, the radius range.
I don't know what the integrity of the skull is either, because I did hit it with a
Yeah,
One fireball.
the only thing that's hit it is the earlier fireball, and then the arrow that Deckard stuck in it with the rope. So it looks okay.
Okay. All right. I am going to fireball away and obviously sculpt around Alaric.
All right. Oh, you're launching a fireball.
I'm launching a fireball. Mhm.
You still have one?
I've got 2.
Jesus.
Remember, I haven't
All right.
been doing much in this fight here.
Yeah. No. Okay, cool. I dig.
Let's do it.
All right.
Get all your bad rolls out of the way.
That's right. Ugh, I don't even want to say that. Why did I have to roll for damage?
Oh wait, so I have to roll for dex save, right?
Dex save. 16.
Okay, she saved.
Shit.
So what? 16 damage?
Mhm.
Is that how that works? It's halved.
You rolled, I think you round down, right? 15.
Yes, I accidentally moved off my page here. What was that? So what's it halved?
15. 15, because I round down.
All right. So, Sparkle runs forward, casts his fireball, as you guys have seen him do. This time it hits sort of, it goes, he's a little bit closer this time, and it hits above instead of below the skull. Okay? So before she pulled the skull up and kind of the blast went around it. This time he maybe's kind of paying more attention or gets lucky. It goes above the skull. She's unable to pull it back, and suddenly you guys all see her blast out of the back of the skull and kind of go tumbling down into the ground as she's screeching. The skull goes flying to the other side. She lands in the muck and she's burning. Alaric, she lands right at your feet. And she looks up at you, Alaric, and she says, I love you.
She says, "How big is it?"
Oh god.
She looks at you and she's got this this look of just disdain, even as you're watching the life force drain out of her eyes as she just sort of burns into this mucky swamp. And she says, well, no matter. She's whispering to you, so you're the only one that hears this, Alaric. She says, and I want you guys to listen to this and actually pay attention. My most trusted scarecrow will soon return from the Abbey's snowy fields, and will raise an army around him that will exterminate every last raven from these lands. They will no longer threaten my precious boy. As her eyes roll back and she just kind of smokes and simmers into the mud. However, the hut behind her doesn't seem to be following any instruction or everything. It still is animated, though, and starting to grab rocks and move around. But I'm going to call it there. Babala Saga is dead. Sparkle smoked her, slammed her into the ground, but this hut behind her is massive, and it's barreling down on you guys. Babala Saga said that one thing to you, Alaric, with whether you take note of it or it means anything to you or not. But it's 11:30, perfect breaking point. Good job. She is a bitch of a fight. You guys did a good job. But I don't want to say you're out of the woods yet because that hut looks insane.
So it's coming towards us. So
it's coming towards you, and it looks like an actual house. There is so Alaric, you're the closest to it. You see. Wait a minute, how far away are you from it?
40 feet.
Oh,
based on
I'm gonna tell you a little.
map.
All right. Yeah. Let me tell you a couple more things. What's your passive perception? It's pretty high, right?
1 million. Yeah. A lot.
Is it over
15
12 or 13?
15.
Okay. All right. So this is just for you, in character. This hut is rambling over towards you, and I mean it's the size of it's half the size of one of our houses. So it's this big fucking crazy structure on these roots, just as you see. You see a very bright green glow kind of emanating from its center section up through the boards. So you see this green glowing coming up through the floorboards of the hut as it's coming towards you. It's only about 40 feet from you. You also see a crib in the center of the opening of the hut, and it looks like there's a crib in there, for what it's worth. And this hut is just like a big, crazy, animated, robotic-looking thing stumbling towards you, and it now turns towards you, Alaric, as Baba Lysaga thunked into the swamp, and it raises these big, crazy roots up and starts lunging at you. And that's where we'll cut it off, and it'll be its turn.
Like a baby crib?
Okay, so I'm like caught in the crossfire.
Bassinet.
There's no me, since she just fell to the ground grabbing some javelins.
Oh, we can pick that up next time. But yeah, I mean, if there was one sticking out of her,
let's just assume this thing's coming towards. She hit the ground, and my instinct was, let me get my shit back, and then I see the house coming towards me.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
There's a crib.
Okay.
And there's a crib in the hut, and this green glow coming out of it. Baba Lysaga seems dead. I would say the one other thing you guys notice is the flies that were kind of annoying around here seem to not be so. They seem to start dispersing a little bit.
There's a baby crib. I would say to Spargle. I mean, do your thing, brother. Just
light it up.
Arc a fireball. Right
light it up. You still got a fireball.
The other thing is the skull itself lands right next to you, Alaric, and is sitting right next to you.
Oh, consume it.
Wait. The what lands next to me?
The skull that she was flying around in.
Oh.
Is also kind of landed in
it.
the swamp, and it's this massive Volkswagen-sized skull is just sitting there in the
Volkswagen.
Take it for a spin.
Yeah, bro, hop in. Let's go for a little joyride around Barovia.
Try to tame the house.
But we're gonna call the session there, but we're still in combat. So Spargle took his turn. It's the hut's turn next, and we'll just roll into it in the next session.
All right.
Perfect.
I want to thank all of our viewers, lurkers, subbers, followers. We appreciate it. Couldn't do without you guys.
That's right.
Live from the Black Bear Studios, Black Bear Deli Meats.
All right. We're going to go. Good night, everybody. Thanks.
Only at Stop and Shop. We'll catch you
Good
later.
round, guys. You guys played that well.